McDonald's contract, so it's great.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 457. It's been a week. Brought some people together to talk about it. RGT will be here soon. He had
talent off.
Stuff. Yeah,
talent
off. Thank you. Okay. But we have Radic actually with us. New camera and everything.
New camera. You got the Elgato face cam, the 1081. I was thinking about the 4K. I was like, God, do I really need 4K camera? Probably not right now. That'll be like a future thing. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this camera. For the past every time I was on Spawncast, I was using my iPhone, and it worked. But like, I can't keep doing that. So I'm glad I got this camera upgrade. And next thing, I want to get some more lights. I did get the lights you recommended, John, which are really good. I actually have it right beside me, but I think I want another pair as well to add more lighting.
Sure. Different lighting and stuff. Yeah. You can change. I mean, with that one you saw, you can like change the color and everything pretty easily. So you can do all kinds of stuff. Look at that, right on time. Couch GT.
Oh my god, dude.
The Dreamcast guy image.
It's the best picture in the world.
Yeah, isn't it? It's a good picture, right?
it's I use it for everything now.
Dude.
I want like an artist's rendition of it. It's like somebody like paint it, and I'll put it on my wall and one of my walls in my house.
Like an oil painting or something?
Yeah, like the Kramer. Except it's this.
Okay. How you doing over there, Sean? You're good out of your bath?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good stuff. About OJ, how's it going there, sir?
Doing good. Just editing a lot, playing a lot of games when I can, taking care of my boy. He's getting big, and my daughter, she's getting better at basketball. So yeah, just living and playing games and enjoying life. Wife is awesome too, so everything's been good. Can't complain.
Good stuff. But Evan, how's it going there, Evan?
It's going all right.
Yeah, just all right. Just a lot of Crimson Desert, and you just losing your mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that game.
This is someone who's played a lot of Crimson Desert. Too much Crimson Desert. Too much. Celia and Josie are actually at PAX East, so if you're by PAX East, say hi. I think Celia's at the Yacht Club booth right now because they were putting video and stuff up online. So go say hi. She's there. I guess they're showing off Mina, and I think she had a panel as well. But PAX East will still be going on tomorrow, so go check her out. But got a bunch of stuff. This is a busy week, man. There's a lot of stuff that was going on, and it was all over the board. So
you're caught up in the controversy, right?
Which one?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So let me remind you, on Thursday, around 9:30 or 10:30 p.m. Eastern, Mystic Ryan was talking about Sackboy: Big Adventure. Then Spawnwave, he was like, is it really that good? But being all wishy-washy. Brother, if you disrespect the Sack.
So he said Sackboy was like Mario 3D World.
Yeah, like that's the style of game. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
style,
but not, he said like level of quality.
But not culture, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Like, all right. Wait, you played Sackboy, right?
Yeah. That was one of the
so you agree like the level design is more interesting than 3D World, right?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I played Sackboy. I played Sackboy's Advent. There's nothing in that game that's better than 3D World. Like I don't think there's a single thing.
I mean, the visuals, the art style, the presentation, the music, the level
even
design,
no.
The
No
basic things that make a video game video game. Yeah, I think Sackboy.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Not based off of what maybe I need to go back and play it. It's been a while since I played the game, but I don't think that there's anything in that game. I mean, it's an okay game. It's
okay,
solid.
just an okay. I don't know, man.
I mean, I played it with my cousins over like a Thanksgiving or something, and my first thought was, man, they really tried hard to be Mario.
Yeah, and guess what?
I think the Little Big Planet games I think are a lot better. Like the Little Big Planet, the original, and I had way more fun with those ones, right? Or no? Am I tripping here?
No,
Little Big Planet is like fantastic. Yeah.
Okay.
2, I remember 2 was incredible when that came out.
2. I thought those were way better than the Sackboy's Adventure.
Well, it's a different style of game, right?
Yeah, it's a different game. Definitely a different style of game.
I stand by it.
Just watch what you say. Just watch what you say about Sackboy.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Sackboy fan club like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Little Big Planet fan club?
10 of them.
Absolutely, bro.
Well, no, I didn't know for that game, Sackboy's Adventure. Now for Sackboy, yes.
Yeah, we like quality games in the Little Big Planet fandom, so Sackboy falls into one of them. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
I got to write out for Sackboy, bro. Someone has to do it, and it's gonna be
Okay, no, that's cool, man. I like.
I was waiting. I was waiting for Ryan to say something like Mario Galaxy 2 or something next to Sackboy. I was waiting for it. He kept digging through all these like Mario games. I was just waiting for him to hit like Galaxy.
Okay, I'm not gonna go that far. Galaxy, the GOAT. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'd be like Astrobot. Like you can put like maybe the newest Astrobot. Oh yeah, that's like even better than.
Oh yeah, you
World
could put Astrobot
in many aspects. Yeah, maybe that, but like Sackboy, I don't put Sackboy next to. That'd be like Sackboy would be next to Astrobot, right? If it's better than 3D World, wouldn't that mean like Sackboy's next to Astrobot?
Yeah, it would have to be next
quality?
to Astrobot. Yeah, it'd have to be next.
Yeah.
to Astrobot.
And I don't think Sackboy's Adventure is next to Astrobot in quality, right? Or no?
I would have to think about that because
I
think
one of them was like the obvious Game of the Year winner at the Game Awards. The other one was Sackboy.
Well, all right. Let's watch what you say about.
I appreciate you riding for Sackboy. Somebody has.
I got it right out, bro.
Because Sony kind of forgot about it. Say they pushed him out the back of the car.
Oh, all right.
I think they're gonna bring him back. I think he's coming back. Maybe Sackboy's Adventure 2 one of these days.
I'd like to see that just to keep building on.
Oh, now you now you want to see more Sackboy. Okay, I see.
They can always try harder next time.
Yeah. It's like if you see that prospect at the Little League game, for the 10-year-olds, and he hits hey, it's like a nice single, and you're like, he could do something someday. That's Sackboy. It's like bring him up.
Sackboy is
big
like
adventure.
The Constantinople of gaming right now.
He's on the up and up. It was a good outing, but they could do better.
Okay.
So I think Sony can, if they don't give up on it, do something again like that. But what was out there, Radic, actually. While we're on this topic of Sony remembering their older IPs, Jack and Daxter.
Yep.
Jack and Daxter, man. What did you think of that? You were all about this thing. I saw you tweeting about it. And
so this was Sanzaru, right? This was a fan pitch. So we're not really clear if like Sony, if this was pitched to Sony themselves,
right,
or this was pitched to like higher Sanzaru management to see if like they wanted to go forward with it. Obviously that didn't happen because they got bought out by Meta, made Asgard's Wrath 1 and 2. Great VR games. How were they rewarded? They get shut down, of course, which made me really sad because I actually really like Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. I know the Sly community is very like split on that game, especially in terms of narrative, but it was good enough for me where like I would love to have seen another Sly game or Sanzaru work on Jack or Ratchet or any of these old, more family friendly IPs. It's like 2017, 2018. This was created, right? Around that time.
It was before. It was like like a year or so before the PS5 launch, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay. Dude, I think so. Jack is definitely my least favorite out of the big three platformer trio for PlayStation. It was always like Ratchet, Sly, and then Jack for me. But the thing is with Jack and Daxter still has a lot of clout despite the franchise not having a new game since 2009. It's a beloved IP, beloved property. And I don't know if you agree with this, like in terms of like the family friendly IP, I feel like Sackboy and Astrobot are like more geared toward like toddler or like the youngest demographic of gamer, while Ratchet, Sly, and Jack can also appeal to like teenagers as well. So they skew a little bit older than Sackboy and Astro.
Well, yeah, because Jack got kind of like almost like teen rated there for a bit.
Oh yeah, it was very inspired by GTA, especially starting with Jack 2 in terms of its like game design. But I feel like something like Jack and Daxter could work really well in not only like proliferating like Sony's more like dormant IP, but just like I don't know, I'm just looking at this right now. It's like Daxter and Jack are just like such cool, lively, fun, appealing characters that I would love to see them. Yeah, especially I love Daxter so much, man. I can't remember his voice actor's name, but he is such an amazing character, and I would love to see him again. So, yeah,
this was a like just a pitch with not a ton of backing. They were just trying to come up with, hey, here's what we could do. So this is still kind of a rough, like first draft, which it looks pretty good even for a first draft, we'll say in 2018 or so. So that's something to keep in mind because some people were not necessarily thrilled with it. I like it just because I think there is a lot of potential for Daxter in the current climate, especially for Sony, where they should be looking at ways to shake up or add variety to their lineup.
Absolutely.
We have the third person over the shoulder narrative down pat. It's great. But having something like the Astrobot, like the Sackboy, like having a
Ratchet.
Ratchet, I think it's because there's gonna be another Ratchet. They're gonna do another one.
It was leaked, in the hack.
Yeah, but I think having a remake even of the first Jak and Daxter, because then it wouldn't cost as much money as making a new one from scratch, and you could just kind of test the market and see what people think. And I will say that it's kind of exciting because it's a leaked pitch, but that video did get more than 1 million views just from the original source tweet. So that with other interaction, that with all the other interaction on top of it, probably at least I'd say 2 million total, because there were a lot of people talking about that, so that's just throwing. It would take a while. That would definitely be a mid, I think, PS6 game at this point if they ended up
which is fine
starting it now. But it's just something to consider for them looking around at games that maybe wouldn't cost them an arm and a leg, but could have some wide sweeping results even outside of just games. You could build on that with all kinds of stuff. Merchandise.
PlayStation Productions is like for all their animated properties, the only animated PlayStation Productions project right now that's confirmed is Ghost of Tsushima Legends for Crunchyroll. I think that's going to come out next year, but I feel like Little Big Planet, Ratchet, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, all these Astrobot, all these properties are asking for animated adaptations, whether it's TV or film. Guys, they make Spider-Verse, Sony Pictures. Imagine that style with Jak and Daxter. Or Sly Cooper.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, so this is something I would love to see from them. So we'll see.
What's the move been this week, Radic, for games? Go around, talk about some games from this week.
2 games. So I want to highlight 2 games because I did play the Marvel Maximum Collection yesterday.
So did Sean.
Nice.
Only for a little bit. For a little bit. I haven't played that much.
That?
I only played 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Oh.
Because I was like, this is an old game. And then I looked at the trophies, lots of online trophies, the required multiplayer. And one of my friends has it, so I'm just gonna wait till they're ready so we play them together. So I don't have to keep
I'm afraid to have some bad news about that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it had mixed reviews on Steam. Was it fucked up?
The online doesn't really work.
Sean has some examples in his video of stutterings. People should check that out because it's you can see it in his video.
For all the games?
Well, okay, so there's only one game with online.
Oh, really?
And that's X-Men Arcade, which is dumb because separation anxiety has a 2-player mode in it. And if you look at something like the Turtles collection, it was handled so much better. I'm not saying the game isn't fun. You could check out my video and see it's still fun, but it's definitely a dip in quality and it feels extremely rushed, which is weird because the Arcade 1-Up machine, the online was fine on that. And it's just all right.
They did do an Arcade 1-Up. That's right.
Yeah, I own it.
Huh.
It's pretty brutal online. So yeah, kind of a shame.
How much does that one cost right now? The collection?
It's $25.
Yeah, 25.
Okay. Because I kind of just. It's sad, but I kind of just want it for Maximum Carnage. That's a classic.
That was the first game I played.
Genesis version. I had the Super Nintendo red cart, and then my friend had the Genesis one.
Yeah, and you were jealous of the Genesis one.
I don't know. The red cart was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, but when you actually play the game, John, the colors.
I know, but I'm saying the red cart. The red cart was pretty cool. But that's sure. Again, okay. So if I get it, I'll play the Genesis one to see how it is. How about that? We'll go with that.
Yeah, check it out. Check out my video on it if you want to see all the games and all the bonus stuff. Oh, there's another thing I didn't like. The Game Boy version of the Spider-Man X-Men game. Mm-hmm. It's in the icon
Arcade's
picture.
Revenge.
Yeah. In the icon picture, it shows it as a black and white thing. How you play a Game Boy game in black and white. But in the game, it's either pea green or dot matrix pea green. And it's where's the black and white filter? That game sucks dick hole anyways. I don't know how anyone plays it. But yeah, that
you playing Silver Surfer?
I
I do want to play that game.
You can do like cheats and stuff.
I turn all the cheats on for that game
and stuff.
Yeah, like it's cheated fine. As it was.
It's not bad, but it's definitely not. It like Cowabunga collection is just
yeah.
light years better. I mean, you could play it. It would be like, you know, not being able to play Turtles in Time SNES with multiplayer. You can online multiplayer. You can do that in the Cowabunga collection. It just feels very rushed. But it is one of those games where it's heavily licensed, and looking at things like Jurassic Park getting pulled, I would probably buy it now than wait on it.
About what you got another one, Radic?
So I did play both Resident Evil original and the remake for the first time in this past week.
The original. Oh wow, okay, interesting.
Yeah,
What
it was a director's cut version of both on PS5. And there's a huge Resident Evil sale right now. Like I also got Zero and Code Veronica for like $5 each USD. So it was
pretty
like
good.
Pretty good deal. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I do like the color palette of the original a little bit more than the remake, because the remake is very like desaturated. It's like very gray, which is like not bad. Like I actually really think the pre-rendered backgrounds of the remake look really beautiful, especially like the fixed camera perspective. Like it's very cinematic in a way, which is so funny because like we use cinematic for like third person over the shoulder games, but I'm playing like this fixed camera perspective game. It's like, this is like significantly more cinematic than those games. These games were great. Like I totally see why this was like a highlight for the PS1 at the time. I love the bad voice acting, and like, you know, it hasn't aged well, but it was very like anytime you hear like the Jill sandwich or the Master Unlocking, I'm like, oh yeah, like I know that reference. It was like pretty cute. Some of the puzzles, like there's some of the puzzles were like really hard. Well, actually one in particular, I'm like, bro, like I have no idea what to do. So that was the one time I had to look up a guide, which I felt
Which one? Out of curiosity, you're talking about OG. And which one?
You know what happened is like I forgot to pick up an item, and that was it. It was like the mo disc to save.
Okay.
So it wasn't even like a puzzle that really. It was just like an item I missed, which really pissed me off. And then even then, it's like fucking. Turns out I didn't wait for Barry to drop the rope, and that's how like. Spoilers, I guess. I don't know, like for
Resident Evil, the game
for a 30-year-old game.
30 years ago, though.
Hey, I got in trouble for Final Fantasy VII, so
that's the thing. Like, I gotta be careful.
Resident Evil came out before that. He's fine. It was a long
box. That's the marker. That's the marker. You can spoil anything at all before Final Fantasy VII.
It's like, but I think people care more about Final Fantasy's like story stuff than like old Resident Evil.
Yeah,
I can see that.
But yeah, then I played the remake, and then I learned that like Lisa Trevor was added, and that's something that Mikami wanted to put in the original, but he couldn't since it was like limitations of the hardware. And then I looked at the release dates for both of these. The original 1996, remake 2002, and bro, a 6-year difference between those two games is actually like fucking crazy. Like that feels like a generational goddamn leap from PS1 to GameCube.
Games used to be like that. It was crazy. Like, 6 years, you don't see dick nowadays, but 6 years back then, it was night and day.
It was like 15 years.
Yeah.
Like end from next year, I'm spoiling everything for Disc 1 on Final Fantasy VII. End of next year. You just wait. It's happening. That's 30 years. Go to OJ.
Oh, sorry about that. Like even just going from like look at games in 1990 and then 1999. Like Super Nintendo to Dreamcast. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Final Fantasy 9 to 10, that was like a 1-year difference or something like that, 1.5 years, which is crazy.
Yeah. And what's crazy is like I always thought, I don't know why I thought this, but Resident Evil Remake was like it was also on PS2 and Xbox. Nope. GameCube exclusive.
It's GameCube. Yep.
Just GameCube. Yeah.
Nintendo was getting a bunch of those Capcom games early on. Nope.
Well, RE4 like got ported at PS2, but did it get ported to Xbox?
No. It got ported to Wii
later. Yeah, not until 360. It got an HD.
Gotcha.
Yeah, HD version.
Yep. What about Go ahead, Rick.
Go ahead. No, that was it. Resident Evil, great. I'm gonna play 2 OG, 3 OG, and Code Veronica and 0, and that's it.
All right, Evan. Where's the Crimson Desert journey? Where are you now?
90 hours.
90 hours. Okay.
90 hours. I like it.
I mean, it's okay. It's still like
it's okay.
It's still weird to play. Like you see all the bad decisions they made, but then like everything behind it's just actually kind of interesting. I don't know. It's just an odd game. I mean, people like it. It seems.
I haven't seen you been attached to a single player game like this in a long time.
I mean, it's basically a single player MMO, and I'm coded for that.
So it's like
Mm.
Final Fantasy 12 in that way.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. So what kind of controller are you using?
The 8-bit dough.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Does that one have back buttons?
Yeah.
That probably helps a lot. Okay.
I don't know what I programmed them to, but every now and then I think I hit them and it screws me up.
Okay. I was just because I do that for the Pro, the Edge controller on the PS5. I have that set. I think one I have set to healing, just so I don't have to take my thumb off the left stick to press. It's like right on the D-pad. I thought about doing the combination, but because you can have 2 buttons to one, I think. So I thought about doing a few of for in the controls, like the settings for the PS5, you can have multiple buttons even.
There's
one
you'd probably want to do, which is the right analog stick and I think X at the same time.
Gosh,
it's super annoying to hit.
There's some weird
combos. Wait, so like R3 and X, or like
it's something the exact same time, or else you'll just jump in the air and you won't do the actual action.
I'm gonna wait for the patches in the PS5 version for like $40 at the end of the year. I think.
Oh, dude, that's a PS6 game for me, man. I'm gonna wait till
get the game even longer.
Yeah.
There's some crazy stuff in that game. With
honestly, it might be a good idea to do the back buttons as left stick and right stick click in.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you might be honest. Yeah, because I use so R3. Yeah, because then you can press that and then another button with it. Oh, that's a good point.
I'd almost unbind the clicks then on the actual analog sticks, because the amount of times in a fight that I've just thrown my hand out and been like, God damn it. Just immediately disconnecting.
Yeah, sometimes the fights look real weird because you hit a button you don't mean to. It happens a lot in that game. And sometimes when it all comes together, it looks pretty cool as well. So that's the problem. It's like this fine line that you're constantly walking, in your case, for 90 hours. So I'm not that I'm like 35 hours in, but I'm in like chapter 7. So almost halfway through the game for the main line. I might just try to mainline the thing. We'll see. I don't know, man. Someone told me like 160 hours in and they're like chapter 11. Like, oh gosh.
Jesus Christ.
But they say they wandered off a little after where I am, and then their detour took them like 60 or 70 hours, something like that. I'm like, geez.
I'm doing a ton of stuff in that game, just running everywhere.
Yeah. Well, the Crimson Desert journey continues for Evan. We'll check back in with him next week, see how it's going.
Apparently, you're going to ascend to godhood soon. It'll be fun.
Oh, how's the achievement list, platinum trophy list for that?
I've gotten 2 trophies so far.
I barely pay attention to it. Is it related to the challenge menu? Because some of those challenges are annoying.
It's so the trophy list is so annoying because they're all riddles. It doesn't tell you.
My God.
Those are the worst. Back when I was an achievement hunter and like trophy hunter, those were like the worst. Or online and riddle trophies were like those were like the bane of my existence. UFC 2010 has the worst achievement of all time. Flash KO. It's called Flash KO. You just gotta randomly knock somebody's ass out like
immediately
in like one punch, and it's random. It's
RNG.
I had to call the developers, and they told me it's random. Like I had to call like the what's it, like the line for like customer service for like the UFC game, and I remember
oh my God,
I could not get this damn achievement, and I was pissed. I don't think I ever got it. It's so random.
Dude, some of those online trophies back in the PS3 era were rough. Like Killzone 2, there was like a trophy where like be the top 1% of players for a week. It's like, dude, go fuck yourself, man. Or like, Resistance 2, get 10,000 kills, which is like literally hundreds of hours of just playing that fucking game.
The prototype get like 100,000 or something kills.
Yeah, like that, and there's like a Dead Rising 1 will like kill like 50,000 zombies or something like that.
My stupid ass has the prototype platinum, or
let's fucking go, bro. I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah, my stupid ass was broke playing that game all day instead of working.
You get like 500 kills in a tank before it dies or something.
You have to get you have to get a tank, and then there's like they just keep respawning. And you have to just keep I farmed it for I think a day or two. That's all I was doing in my room, just killing these stupid zombies or these stupid thing, whatever they were. But yeah, I do have the platinum for for a prototype on the PS3, and it's
So
terrible.
if you look at the list, by the way, the trophy list for Crimson Desert, it's a lot of 0% and 0.01% and 0.14% for all these trophies. Like, so one of them is proud returnee. Trials overcome have paved the way back home. That's the description.
Oh, really? That's like
Yeah,
that's all you
I've
get.
I've got 3 achievements so far in 100 hours.
Yeah, it says 0.1%, ultra rare. Even the wildest horses yield to your steady guidance.
Apparently, complete chapter 7 is 2.5% of the total players.
Oh my god! So
I'm gonna
Power
get that
Picks
one
right
soon.
now. Approximate amount of time to platinum the game: 300+ hours.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Thank
that's
God I
like
don't
a,
care
I'm
about
good.
that.
I'm good. That's why I actually quit being an achievement intro because of stupid ass stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm more selective nowadays. But
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, you gotta be
when the
selective with
Sony
your
Live
time.
Service game comes out, I gotta go get that platinum. 'Cause
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. What about today? Oh, OJ, what you got going on over there?
Yeah, I'm like Evan, but with Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Oh,
Yeah.
hear that, Sean?
Yeah,
It's coming for you.
157 hours. I am recording footage for I'm doing the online gameplay. So doing that 157 hours in, I've got all sorts of custom heavy mechs and all sorts of stuff. And there's this stupid girl. Her name's Mia, and she's incredible in the game. But to get her, it's just the dumbest stuff that you have to do to get her. Riddle missions, all sorts of stupid stuff. But when you get her, and like she keeps on, she's like a rookie, and she keeps on just going all over the place and just be randomly showing up and randomly getting in trouble. She doesn't pay you when you help her. She's annoying as hell. And then I finally got her though. I finally actually got her. She was kidnapped in the Ganglion hideout, and I did everything that I needed to do. You can't get her even, so I think like chapter 11 or 12. So it's like really more of like post-game character. But I was able to get her as soon as possible, but it was stupid. And yeah, she's actually really good though. She's like freaking incredible. So it was worth it. But yeah, that's what I just got done doing with that. So
Okay.
that's
Good
my
stuff.
time. Yeah.
What about
And she looks like Shulk. So I don't know if they did that on purpose.
what about Sean? Anything other than Marvel?
Yeah, I played some Virtua Fighter 5 Switch 2.
How's that?
It's pretty good. For $20, like I don't think you can go wrong with it. I did buy I didn't want the $50 version because I didn't really care about a lot of the stuff, but I did want the retro costumes and levels, so I did pay an extra $10 to get those. So technically I paid $30. But yeah, the online works. The game is fun. It looks a bit better than it did in handheld mode for the demo, which is good, but I think it could still be a little bit sharper. I checked out the Gear Club Unlimited 3 update, and I don't know if they watched. Well, first, I don't know if I said it in my video, but I meant to say it in my video. But I said that the game needed a balanced mode because handheld mode was just crusty, and like I would have to play on graphics mode when playing in handheld mode, and now I'm at 30 frames, and it still wasn't even great then. But they did a big update, and they actually added in a balanced mode with handheld mode now that runs at 40. And dude, it's so much. It looks so much better. And like, I don't know what it is about the jump from 30 to 40, but I think, especially on the Switch 2, I think more games need to have a 40 mode on it because it feels substantial. 40 to me feels closer to 60 than 30 does to 40, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just my eyes or my brain or something. But yeah, so I've been playing that. But it's not really a game I can play for like super long because some of the story missions are just so boring. And I'm like, can I unlock some more cars to buy? And then you could just race the cars. You can race any car if you just do like single player. So it's like, you know, the whole point of it is that you can modify the car once you buy it and then do just random single player stuff like lap times and shit like that with the online leaderboard. So you do want to eventually buy the cars, which just, it takes for fucking ever. And then I was doing another playthrough, and I'm still doing it, of Requiem because I want the unlimited ammo, but I found a glitch online where you can like trick the game into swapping ammo, like basically, so like your pistol, like if you have like if you buy like the automatic pistol for Grace or whatever, which holds 30 rounds in it, you can essentially trick the game by messing with the inventory to think that any gun has that 30 bullets. So like the Requiem, if you mess around with the inventory box, it doesn't have to be the inventory box, excuse me. If you mess around with just like your inventory and take things out and put them back in a certain order and then switch to that gun real quick, it takes all of 10 seconds. It'll trick the game into thinking, oh, you have 30 bullets for the Requiem. And so I'm just fucking just plowing down. And like, yeah, you come up to me, your head is gone. Baby Huey, when he first, spoilers, when Baby Huey first appears when you're playing as Grace, no, I just stood there, hit him a couple times with the Requiem, killed him. They did just do a patch, though, and I don't know if they patched that out. I haven't played it in a couple of days, and I noticed that it downloaded an automatic patch. So I'll have to see.
Apparently that patch smooths out like the church scene a bit.
Okay, I'm not.
Yeah, on the Switch too. Yeah, it smooths that out, and it smooths out some of the other rough spots, like that would kind of just run at lower frame rates at times.
I am in this. This is my third playthrough, I think. I am leaving with a child going to a helicopter, so that should tell you where I'm at. So I'll be near the church soon. And
yeah, it should be much better this time around.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. I had been playing Crimson Desert, like I mentioned, but I did pick up another game just to try something else as well, and that's Screamer. Just came out this.
Oh, Rax bought that. Yeah, he sent me a picture of it. He's like, "Did you buy this?" I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, that looks kind of cool."
So I ordered it on Amazon, so I saw it pop up, and I was like, "Oh, it looks kind of interesting." Okay, so I'll check that out, and it showed up yesterday afternoon, so I had a chance to install it, and I played it a little bit today. So I had maybe like an hour or so in the game, and I was, I started playing the game. I was like, who made this exactly? I went and looked, and it was Milestone. They make Ride 6, MotoGP, Monster Jam, so more, I'd say, simulation, realistic based racing games with bikes or monster trucks, or I think they did Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 as well. But you play this game and it's very, very different from that. So it's heavy anime aesthetic. Like it's kind of the Unreal Engine anime aesthetic, where it's not necessarily all hand drawn or anything like that. It uses Unreal Engine graphics with it. So I guess you kind of think of Dragon Quest 11 kind of, but even more stylized than that. You can say closer to Dispatch even, but it's weird because they have a tournament that everyone's going to, and you have these crazy race cars, and it has kind of the Speed Racer sort of mentality to it, but you have this drifting function that is still just really difficult to grasp, I think, and that's one of the knocks on it, is it's kind of difficult, and I'm playing it. And I think it's more difficult because the handling just takes time to get used to. And so you have the left stick, which steers, of course. The right stick, depending on which way you push it along with your turn, you'll just send your car sideways around turns. And you also have like a semi-automatic shift that you have to pay attention to. And they have like a little shift light up here, but you basically press, for me on the PlayStation 5, L1 when it comes up. And then if you get to a certain speed, you can do even faster boosts. So they have this story, and Rax, let me know if you're going through the story still. The tournament, it says, is like 24 chapters, I guess. And some of the chapters are pretty quick. Like you read a bunch of text because they have cutscenes that are obviously set up to be more budget friendly, we'll say, where you have the character slide in and out, and it's more just like still frame, and maybe their mouth moves a little bit. It is voice acted though, so there's at least that. But they have these quick chapters, and it's like, oh yeah, just finish the race. Don't even like come in first, just finish it. And that takes a minute and a half, and you're done in 10 minutes. So they says there's 24 of them. I'm more than halfway through it in just over an hour. So I assume it then goes into another one or something. Because I looked at the trophies. It's like, finish this storyline, this storyline, this storyline. There's arcade, there's multiplayer. It's just the driving takes a little getting used to. It's not, it feels kind of like you're on ice at times, but then other times it like the turn will just bite real quick, and then you'll run into the wall. So Rax says he's getting used to it, but
like Ridge Racer, like ice.
Kind of. I mean, man, that right stick, you can send yourself sideways or not at all. It's kind of hard to describe, and it's tough. It's really tough to get used to for this so far. But there were a couple times where I took a turn and it looked cool. It looked like one of the scenes out of Fast and Furious, like Tokyo Drift, where you're like all the way around like one of the turnarounds going up top. So it looks cool at times. The visuals are okay. It's nothing like crazy. I like the aesthetic when it all comes together, because they'll do mid-race cutscenes. So as you're racing around, they'll stop and you'll have an interaction between two characters, and it'll do this shift into that more anime aesthetic with Unreal Engine, and it looks cool. But the tournament hasn't started, and I'm halfway through it. They're bringing everyone together, doing backstories. You know, the one thing I will give them credit for, and I've wondered this about whether it's movies or series or games, it's a tournament that takes place, and people are coming from all over the world. And I feel like whenever this happens, everyone speaks the same language. So everyone's just speaking English or whatever, or it's dubbed and it's like everyone's speaking Japanese and it's like there's subtitles. They have people speaking all different languages who are coming together, and then they just kind of like have the subtitles for it. So that actually makes sense. Like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. You have people coming from all over the world. There's all these different languages being spoken. So, but I still have some ways to go with it, but it's different. I'll say that, Sean. If you want a racing game that's very different, it kind of feels a little more like it belongs in an arcade, but that you wouldn't go through an entire story sitting there for hours. So
I'll probably check it out. Maybe when it's on sale or something like that.
I had no idea it was a reboot. I was looking it up. I was like, oh wow, it's like the Screamer was an old franchise that they decided to bring back.
Yeah, so I when I searched Screamer, that came up first, and it was like an old game. It looked like it was what was that
MS
on?
DOS?
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah,
so I guess
the super old head DOS before my time.
Yeah. October 31st, 1995 was the release date. Jesus.
Oh, dang.
So yeah, I think this is a good. So if this is, we'll say as we get towards the end of the year or something, and you see it pop up as like a $20 Cyber Monday, Black Friday special, and you were just curious about it before, I think then it's probably a good pickup. Yeah. So, but I just got to play more of it and see what like, I'm not upgrading the cars. You're getting things that change the look of it, and there's a garage right now. But when I go in there, it's like, hey, you got this new wing, you got these different decals. You do get new racers, but I've only been racing as the one person in the tournament so far. So that's like after an hour and a half. That's what I think of it. But otherwise, yes, just Crimson Desert and fighting the controls. So let's see. Let me go over some of these. We have Guapazane became a YouTube member. Shout out. Cody Bishop says Fallout 4 Switch 2 DLSS patch dropped. Has anyone here tested it? It improves 40 and 60. I'm just wondering what the dock resolution is now. Yeah, so it looks very good. I'll tell you that now. It looks very clean.
I watched some video. I'm not paying $60 for Fallout 4 in 2026. But I did see although people did get views on that, which is crazy. I did see some before and after comparisons, and it does look substantially better. But I mean, it's Fallout 4. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I prefer 3. Stop with the homestead and the fucking robot thing.
I have it on the Switch 2 here, and I given the DLSS patch when I switched to the 40, and it looks very clean on docked. I was shocked. Like, I was like, whoa, this actually looks like really good.
That seems like a game that I'll pick up later. NFL season starts. It'll be on sale. Perfect to just kind of chill and play that. And
60 still a little blurry. 30 is just a little slower, because it's 30. But 40 is that, as you mentioned, on that nice middle ground.
It's almost like more games should be including 40 modes on the Switch too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Zoop says PlayStation 5 is more expensive than physical. Switch games cost more than digital, but at least the DAO is over 50K for now.
I don't know, man. I looked at my fucking Vanguard and I lost some money because my mom was like, you need to put more money in your Vanguard. And I looked and I was like, I've lost. The last time I looked, it was higher.
It's all over.
I'm not doing shit.
Console prices are too high. $900 for a PS5 Pro is ridiculous. That's 50% of my rent. Andy Ackerman says,
I made a video on it. I got a PS5 Pro for $700 about a year ago. So
Team Evan tonight. He's the reason for John's success. Shout out to Andy Ackerman. Team Evan. Eight SALOCIN0. That's probably something in. Anyway, RGT after Procopia says, can we say we have a new throat goat at Nintendo? After all, Ditto is the only Pokemon that goes along with any Pokemon at the daycare.
I mean, you make a good point. I think that there's room for both. You know, they're kind of different in how they handle things, but you know,
more weird stuff, guys, with kids franchise. This is weird. I am not associating with this, bro. It's weird, bro. These are kids franchises, guys.
Yeah, like the 10-year-old girl.
I just want to throw that out there. These are kids.
10-year-old girl who's a 30,000-year-old dragon. She's hot as fuck. She's not 10. She's a 30,000-year-old dragon. It's different.
I'm just saying, bro. Y'all out here making weird stuff with kids franchise. That's all I'm trying to say. That's it.
Rufflemut says, suddenly became the year of Star Fox. Kind of did. Nate says, Sackboy Adventure, isn't it? Don't listen to awful takes.
Okay, buddy. Fucking watch your mouth. I'll take your money. So donate it again if you want.
Canadian money.
Yeah, it's only Canadian though. It's worth like what?
That's a good point.
A
so
dollar
like,
or something? Like
times that by
50
5
cents.
Donate $25. Get your Ron super chat right again.
I legit have never heard that take that like Sackboy's as good as like. That's the first time.
Well, yeah,
that's
bro.
The first time I ever heard that take.
Sonic says PS5 Pro now costs exactly one set of Dreamcast guy teeth. Buy one BBL, get one free. So I think the Wii U needs reparations for all the hate its large, bulky controller got. The same gaming community are now loving the large form factor, the Steam Deck, the I guess the ROG Ally, the PS Portal.
I think some of that, because it was neat, but the range on it was terrible. Like I had a small apartment that I was living in that I would play my Wii U in the living room, and I had a bathroom that was literally like 5 steps away, and I would try to bring the tablet in the bathroom, and it would be like losing connection. I'm like, Christ sakes, dude! Like,
that wasn't the problem with the Wii U. Wasn't because people thought that the controller was just like that's the worst thing ever. It was like a bunch of other things. It was the game selection. It was the system itself. There was a lot of other issues. It wasn't just because of the controller.
A lot of the third parties bailed on it.
Yeah, the third parties that were on there were like worse than like the 360 and PS3 versions. Like,
what do you mean? You got fucking Arkham City Armored Edition, bro. Come on.
Yeah. First off, we're not going to slander Arkham City Arkham Edition. Second off, because that's actually the best vanilla version of the game.
Oh, are you dead ass? Or
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. It had cool shit on it. And second off, the Need for Speed game used PC textures, so it actually looked better than the PS3 and the 360 version.
That was true with those. There was
all the other ones though. Games sucked.
Yeah.
There's that one year from 2012 to 2013 where the Wii U was on par with like Sony and Microsoft in terms of like third-party ports. Because I remember like the last Splinter Cell game was on Wii U. Came out the same time as PS3 and 360.
Everything was up. You had Madden, you had 2K. It was like, oh,
those were the worst versions. Madden did not use the Infinity engine, which had like gang tackling and stuff, like the new tech. Like the 360 version had it, so it was like that was the problem. And NBA 2K looked terrible. Like it looked absolutely terrible.
It's kind of like on the Switch 2 is now because Madden and 2K suck ass on it. Oh, kiss my ass.
I'll say Madden's a lot better than what the Madden was from the Wii U version, bro.
What was the frame rate on the Wii U version, though?
The problem was the engine, though.
I'll take a good frame rate over a questionable engine. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I used to be a big Madden.
A lot better and got hiccups going through it.
They got hiccups on all the versions, but like, yeah, like for me, at least from what I played, I was like, this version is just, I can't do this, But I see what you're saying though, for sure, Sean. But yeah, there was many other issues though. Like, and like the third party support dried up after 2012, 2013. There was a few games, but it dried up completely.
I think that'd be a good system for that version where you can pick the plays on the tablet, but. Toasty says, "What do you think is next for Smash Brothers? It's going to be super hard to top Smash Ultimate, man. I feel like that comes up a lot. What's next for Smash?
I am a Smash freaking king. At least I want to be one. And no, it's not. We need a single player campaign that's actually good.
Okay.
Yes, dude, bro. Subspace Emissary as a kid was so fucking fire, man.
Yeah, we need new movesets. We've got movesets from Super Mario Sunshine. Like legit, Mario's moveset is from Sunshine, from the GameCube era. We need updates to Samus. She moves stupid. She should move like she moves in Dread. And she should have moves like she has in Dread. She has her movesets from literally from like Metroid Prime on the GameCube. Like
she could have Viola because that was cool. She got like a cool move.
In the what's it called? Her ultimate smash. You know, this like smash ball. Yeah, definitely. She can like run you over like a bunch of times. Like that'd be better than like her super missile beam thing or her super cannon that she has from like Super Metroid. So it's like there are a bunch of things that they can add to top it. Now, would it be characters wise? No, it's going to be hard to top characters wise. But gameplay and features, yes. Like check out this, guys. Smash Brothers has a stage morph mode where you can start on one stage and it morphs in the middle of the match. You can't even play that online. It has a squad strike mode where you can team up like 3v3 and get kind of like different stuff and switch out different characters. That can't be played online. There's a bunch of modes, features, and things that just aren't online, and the online's not good. It does not use rollback netcode. There is a million ways they can make this game better. Now, yes, roster, no. But everything else, yes.
Jacob asks, when did the panel realize RGT is on the spectrum?
I mean, you've seen our chat. We're accepting of it.
Yeah, I would assume pretty early on.
I think there's so many people on the spectrum these days. It's like normal. It's pretty normal now, right?
Yeah. If you're not on the spectrum, you're the weirdo.
Yeah,
like
fucker.
that
I mean,
type of shit.
Elon Musk is like the richest person in the world. He's on the spectrum, so it's like, what does it matter anymore? You know?
Facts.
Board of Stealing Gamer says, would you have Wings of Redemption on the panel? He's on a diet and went from 435 pounds to 446 pounds. Since the beginning of the year, that's progress.
It's the Ben and Jerry's diet.
It is. I mean, it is a form of progress.
Huh.
Upward progress.
Yeah.
I mean, a diet's just what you eat. It doesn't have to be better for you.
Okay. Rodriguez says it's a travesty that Eternal Darkness will never get a sequel, remaster, or remake.
You might get it on GameCube NSO.
Yeah, that's
about look a little cleaner.
That's
but
about
then
the
how
best you can hope
the
for.
effect?
Yeah.
But even then, it's like the effects would be not as good.
When it hit as hard,
Yeah.
people wouldn't think the other stuff's erased.
Well, and the TV ones were the best in my opinion.
Yeah, because it was like the sound of the CRT shutting off or whatever.
Yeah. And then like the volume would go all the way down. You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
The one where your head just randomly chops off and then you can grab it. That one scared the shit out of me. I'll just be honest.
They'd have to get rid of those borders on the sides of the screen for NSO for that game to have any kind of effect now.
Yeah.
Dave Wonder says, prototype guy here again. Bring Maddie on here. Please. Also love you guys and the content you provide for the gaming community. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, let's get Mr. Maddie here. I love Maddie. Great guy. I helped him get
John
the online
lazy.
trophy. Oh, it's John's fault? Oh,
Yes,
oh,
it's
shit.
always John's fault. It's John's show. He just never reaches out to anyone. Half the time he has me reach out to people, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, also consider that it's Saturday night. Like,
Yeah, he might be doing stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of content creators, man, they don't want to give up the Saturday night, bro. That's their time.
Yeah.
That's your time because you got to be working all freaking week, man. You're editing, your eyes are hurting and shit. Like, so Saturdays are a little bit tough sometimes for everybody, you know?
I will ask Maddie. It was easier to get him on a show that's pre-recorded just randomly during the week, though. That was an easier time to get him on. Let's see. Rodriguez says the next retro peripheral that Nintendo has to release for the Switch is Rob the Robot.
You
Okay,
know,
cool. I'll buy it.
He's in the movie, right?
I've never used one. I never owned one, and I never used one.
We've had
I just
3,
want
but
it
I think they
sucks.
didn't work.
Yeah,
And
they
you
barely
needed
work.
you needed the disc spinner too on top of it, but we didn't get
Yeah.
those with them.
It's like I don't want to play Gyrobite.
I am the glob. Sean, is this a you thing, Sean? Gingerbread Tiger. I'm the glob.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah,
If you know, you know.
Glob, if you know, you know.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought that was something for you. I was just
No,
assuming.
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Let's talk Sony. First topic.
Oh, no.
50 minutes
Oh,
in.
no.
First topic on the title here. PlayStation 5. It's getting more expensive. This is a rumor the day before, by the way. People actually put this out there. They got word, it seemed like, from a retailer. At first, though, it was framed that it was going to be specifically in Europe is what we were hearing. I think also I think Europe, and then I saw something pop up for like Spain, and like it was kind of all over the board, but nothing really mentioned the US until the next morning when Sony did push out an update over on PlayStation blog. And they say with continued pressures in the global economic landscape, we've made the decision to increase the prices of PS5, PS5 Pro, and PlayStation Portal remote player globally. We know that price changes impact our community, and after careful evaluation, we found this a necessary step to ensure we can continue delivering innovative, high-quality gaming experiences to players worldwide. The PS5 disc drive unit is going from $550 to $650. PS5 Digital Edition goes $500 to $600, and the PS5 Pro, which has seen an increase, so it started at $700, went to $750. Now it's going $750 to $900. It is jumping $150. All of this happens April 2nd, so technically not until
Portal?
Thursday.
So it's not an April Fool's joke.
Portal. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah. I kind of feel like that's why they because technically April 1st is the start of their fiscal year, so they could have gone then, but they waited till April 2nd. So I don't know if that's why, but I guess it's notable there.
Have you been also seeing tweets on the timeline where people are just like panic buying the Pro right now? It's like
I saw some people like mention that they were picking it up or they had in the shopping cart or something. Yeah, it's $150 cheaper right now than it will be. But I mean, technically, that 900 no disc drive, you get the disc drive, it's $980.
No, and the vertical stand too. Don't forget the vertical stand.
Okay,
I mean, you don't need the vertical stand, but you don't need. But the disc drive, like California.
Well, you don't need the disc drive either. Most gamers are digital now.
But the disc drive, I mean, it's good to have it so you can get better.
For sure.
Yeah, it's good to have it. So like with the disc drive, it's $1,000. In Cali at least, like with the sales tax, it's
with sales tax, so
it's over 1,000 here. So
it's right there. It's this system was $700 just was that a year and a half ago?
I got it right before the price increase to $750. I was like, oh, cool! I got it before the price increase. Great.
And I know, like, I want to apologize for the audience because, like, I've said this so many times, and it's not an original thought. And I know times were different back then, but like we come from an era where like prices went down for consoles. I always think of the Kevin Butler $299 ad back in 2009 and how big of a deal that was for PlayStation, because like obviously they like cut the price beforehand, removed some features, but once it was $299 for the PS3, that's when things started to pick up for that console.
Oh yeah.
And then PS4 as well. Like John, I remember you fucking posted that Black Friday deal in 2018. PS4 with a copy of Spider-Man PS4 was $199 5 years after the PS4 came out. And now we're 6 years into the PS5 generation and the complete opposite has happened, and it's fucking crazy. It's just so weird, dude.
I feel bad. Like sometimes you get into a bubble, right? Like if you have a bit of income, it's like, oh well, it's just more expensive. But man, it's tough for other people, bro. Like, and that's the thing that I realized, like with this whole, I don't know if you guys seen people trying to get their Switch 2s funded on Throne. Like there are people that need to use like crowdfunding just to like even get one. Like at Switch 2, that's like $450, right? Like
is Throne like Klarna or whatever? It's a financing thing.
It's hey, buy me something thing.
Yeah, it's a hey, it's a
oh shit. Okay.
List.
Yeah, it's like a wish list, right?
Throne.com.
Okay, $900, sure. $450. Like maybe you need to like focus on other things or something.
I feel you, man. But I mean, like like I said, we grew up in a little bit of an era. Like when I was working, when I was their age, when I was 20 something, I could live off of a minimum wage job because my apartment was significantly cheaper. But no, I see what you're saying though, Sean, for real. But like.
I mean, I got a Best Buy credit card to buy a PS3.
Yeah, I mean, me too.
Oh shit!
but you know how much cheaper things were back then for us. Look at the food. Like you go to Taco Bell, you can feed your whole family for like $20 back then.
That McDonald's dollar menu, man.
Yeah, that dollar menu was real.
Yeah. I remember remember you used to be able to get like 10 tacos for $10.
That was crazy.
That was the shit, dude. When I lived with
I used to do that all the time when the homies come over for Halo.
Yeah,
that was the McDonald's single cheeseburger for $1. You could get like 50 of them.
You just throw them all. They just throw it like a big.
Just throw them in the fridge. You're good for the week.
Yeah, they got like 2 handles. They hand it to you.
Dollar Junior.
That's a good point, OJ. Because like like when I was a kid, like 11, 12, 13. Like I didn't really have disposable income, so I had to rely on my parents to buy me a console, and like they could justify it because it's like a PS3, $299, whatever. Sure, I'll be like a birthday present, Christmas gift. If a kid wants a PS5 now or a PS5 Pro, you're asking a lot from your parents.
Go get
man.
a job.
Like, a whole
My mom would have, if it was me, my mom would have smacked the shit out of me if I like asked for like some
just like off the sheer
just
audacity.
asking.
Yeah,
just off the rip, just a swift back. Like, do you want us to have a roof over your head? Do you want to eat? Do you want like, so it's like, I mean, I get it that times have changed, but yeah, 900 is just too much. And I like the PS5 Pro. It's a great, but that's ridiculous. That's insane.
like it's really hard to recommend.
Yeah,
900. And like I'm in Canada, bro. Like I see like it's like $1,100 MSRP.
Yeah, that's insane.
People like to do the inflation thing, from back in the day, where they find a system and put it up next to it. Technically, now the PS5 Pro is, if you do inflation and stuff across the board, it's the same price as the 2006 PS3 60 gigabyte when that was $600. So it has now reached, and I will say, the PS3 60 gigabyte with all the bells and whistles, you could kind of say that was the Pro system at the time, because they did have a 20 gigabyte one with no Wi-Fi that came out alongside it that didn't have the ports and all that stuff. That was $500. So it's
and it had Metal Gear Solid 4.
And it had a PS2 built inside it.
Yeah,
that was that was the initial release.
Oh,
for
yeah. PS1, PS2, and PS3.
Yeah, I still have one of those.
Me too.
And then not a year later, they realized, oh wait, we need to lower the price on this thing. They got that 40 gigabyte out with the Spider-Man 3 Blu-ray in there. They bundled that.
I remember
and it was $400. They chopped it down $200 in a year because they were like, nope, this isn't going to work. But I guess for them in this case, what they're seeing is, well, PS5 Pro, it's kind of optional because we have a PS5 that starts at $600 now. So that's the baseline. The baseline is now $600 for
that's a bit rough, man. 600.
Oh no, it is. It absolutely is.
Yeah, that's $200 more than what you started at.
It's crazy, man.
Like I can recommend it, but I can recommend it based off. Okay, like
it's like a barely a recommendation.
Here's why I kind of can't recommend it, because I would recommend the disc-based model, so you can at least get some competition there, physical games, and it's a Blu-ray player, so there's added functionality, say for a living room. So if I'm like, hey, you should spend $650 on that this year, shouldn't I actually say, hey, you should save that $650 now because we're expecting a PlayStation 6 in 2027 holiday? Shouldn't you just save that $650 for next year?
I mean, it's like a yes and a no thing, because it's like you don't know what the price is going to be, and you don't know if there's going to be anything that's appealing for that person. They might be okay. Like if you've waited this long to get a PS5, I mean, clearly you're not worried about being the first to get something. Right. So if you're not worried about that, and they're still going to support the PS5, then you can just roll with the PS5 for a hot minute. That's why I said I can kind of like agree, because there is a big library of games now, right? There is a large library of third party. There's a good library of, there's some good first party games as well. So it's like you can buy it and then just be set with that for a number of years before you feel like you need to upgrade to the PS6. But for people that have waited this long, I mean, we got to see what the price is first and all that. Like before I say, okay, save your money or not, I got to see what the price is. I got to see what's happening, what games are coming. Because if not, you could just roll with the PS5. It's going to be supported. It's going to be fine. It's going to play games. I mean, yes, maybe Crimson Desert might not be the best on the base PS5, but a lot of other games are going to work fine.
It's a little sketchy.
Yeah, it's a little sketchy on the base PS5, and there might be other games that are sketchy, but for the most part, you'll still be able to play your Fortnites or your NBA 2Ks or your Maddens or whatever, like a lot of the casual games that people play, So,
did you see the I was on Gaming Leaks and Rumors earlier today, and a hardware leaker named Kepler L2. I'm not really familiar with him, but
they're pretty good. They're usually pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he said like the PS6, his estimate for like how much it actually costs manufacture per unit is around 760 US. And then he says, so I would say $699 is possible with a reasonable subsidy, because it's like economies of scales, stuff like that. The question is if Sony will even bother now that Xbox is not direct competition anymore. And dude, I feel like $700 for a PS6 is absolutely best case scenario.
I
don't know. If that's
I will put I will put an absurd amount of money up to anyone who wants to take that bet. There's no fucking way.
I got the PS6 right now. I got it at 800 with no disk drive.
Me too.
There you go. That's
I mean, 800 no disk drive. Yeah, but it just seems like if they can somehow get that at 800, like then PS5 Pro, that's scam. It's like,
they would have to phase out the PS5 Pro.
Yeah,
PS5
you have to.
Pro away.
Then that means like they were just scamming people. That's why it's tough for me to think. It's like, wait a minute, they're gonna get it at $699 or $799. Like for this, it's like, what's all this 900 about? Like,
the thing that I think is important for people to remember though, with that bill of materials for 760, I think this happens with like you mentioned Kepler, who's just kind of looking at the parts and the materials that go into it, and that's how they do it. They're finding pricing, and it can be different depending on, honestly, at this point, which way the wind's blowing that day, because RAM prices are all over the place and they're changing every month. But there's more than just the bill of materials. So you would do like the logistics of shipping, and I mean, I don't know if people are looking around right now, but USPS is talking about charging more money on top of whatever the shipping is because of gas and there's a lot of stuff that goes into delivering millions of systems to people outside of just what the AMD chip and the SSD and stuff costs that quarter. There's a lot of stuff that they would factor into it. There's also R&D and stuff that they would also factor into it for all this upscaling technology they're doing, like the PSSR and how they're working with AMD. That usually they would factor in somewhere in their bottom line. So I think it's subsidized at 800. I think that's them subsidizing it. I don't think it's like, oh, they're going to subsidize 7. I think they're going to be above 800 in like their calculations, and they'll subsidize down to that.
Do you think they're going to have maybe 2 models, maybe one that has a bit more and they can charge a bit more for it?
I think there will be a model with the disk drive included.
Okay.
I feel And I think that's gonna be 900.
Yeah, they gotta somehow solve the. I know what the answer is, and people are not gonna like what the answer is. The solve for the entry level consumer, and it's a lot of people are already kind of thinking it. The solve is gonna be they're gonna sell you a controller that's cloud based, and so you're gonna buy a controller. So Xbox has this now, and I think they're gonna introduce it, and I think that's gonna be kind of their little curveball. They have that Sebel controller, and it's going to connect directly to your Wi-Fi router, and you'll have an app on your TV or computer or whatever, and it'll bypass all that so the latency's better. But the idea is you're going to buy your system that's just a controller in the box, and you're going to play your games through cloud, so you won't have local hardware.
That's like ass water.
Yeah, dude, that sounds so.
I think that's what's happening.
I know the technology's better now. Like, I know it's a lot better, but that sounds terrible.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go with the idea like they might just team up with like Amazon or GameStop. They're like, oh yeah, just finance this PS6.
I think they'll
also
just
sound pretty bad. Like
financing needs to be like, I mean, that's already a thing now. Like the Klarna and the pay in 4 like PayPal. So I mean, that's probably going to be put into overdrive next gen for people.
That's so sad, dude. Oh my god.
I think the move is to remove local compute, and some of these companies have already talked about it. There was that one talk that what's his name had, Jeff Bezos had on stage, and he definitely just said, "You guys don't really need local compute anymore." Like, he basically just said it. So I think, and I'm not even talking about this gaming. I think it's for like most of the stuff you do on your computer. They're looking to move it to the cloud, and it's gonna be a really weird next 10 or 20 years.
Well, there's also the handheld, and that's like an even bigger question to me. Like, is it going to be cheaper than PS6? Is it going to be more expensive than PS6? Like, what's their plan?
I think they need to reevaluate that handheld.
Yeah, they need to. I'm with Sean. I don't know how they can make that handheld feasible at this point with the RAM costs and what you're going to need for it to be able to run PS4, PS5 games, and potentially, I guess, some PS6 games, or so. Like, it's going to be all digital, that's fine. Obviously, you can't put a spinning disc in a portable system like a Blu-ray or whatever. But I don't know how they make that feasible, like with the component costs and just what you have to do for like microprocessors. It doesn't seem like it's going to work, at least at a good price, like a $600 price or $500 price. I think they
subsidize. I think it's subsidized at like $7.
Yeah, and that's a very tough sell.
Yeah,
$699.9.
Yeah,
well, if it's like
it's cool though,
or something, that'd be cool.
I'd probably pick one up. I mean, obviously content creators or whatever, but like, yeah, 700 is tough. Even like right now, like the ROG allies that are like 700 or they're like 600, and the people are like, yeah,
I mean, the ROG Ally X is 1100, I think now.
yeah.
And then you have the cheaper one that's like because they have the ROG Xbox Ally X, and they have the white ROG Ally Xbox Ally. That one I think is 650 or 700.
And it sucks too because this came at the worst time. I think Sony could actually make, if it wasn't for this RAM and AI and tariffs and war and whatever, like I think Sony could make a great like $400, device or $500 device, and it can be awesome if they didn't have to, go through all this BS that's happening right now.
And
that's the thing that sucks about it.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this on one of the Spawncasts, and I think you mentioned this in one of your videos, John. But like, Sony's like might actually be a harder sell for Sony than the PS6. Like, I mean the PS3. Like the PS6 is gonna be the hardest.
I think it is.
I don't know how they like. Well, I think they will sell for sure, but like
they have brand power to sell so many millions.
Exactly.
But the question is the breaking point that they find with the pricing. So let's say $800 when it comes. You can even say, okay, let's say they some way get it down to 700. I would still question if that price is too out of bounds to get to 50 or 60 million sold, because it becomes very difficult for people to impulse buy it, really, I guess. But I mean, the PS5, it hasn't been losing as much velocity when it was up to 550. That thing was on sale a lot. Like, you were able to find a Fortnite bundle on Amazon for $400 or something. But I get in stores, it was still like that 5 to 550 mark. Still, though, eventually it's going to get to a price where consumers go, that's just too much, and then
the DualSense 2 is going to be like what, $80, $90, $100.
Yeah. I assume it'll be just under 100.
I think they're gonna have to. They'll probably chill a little bit on that. I don't think they're gonna put as much new tech into it. I think that they feel that the PS5 controller is still like state of
excellent.
Excellent. So I don't think they have to put too much. I know that's one area I think Nintendo kind of cut back a little bit too, was the controller. They didn't even really advertise the HD Rumble 2 in there because like they didn't really do too much to it. I mean, it's better, but just a bit. So I think they can maybe just say, hey, look, we already got a really good controller that's better than the other controllers that are out there when it comes to like haptics and all that,
Yeah, this is going to be a tough set. From what we've heard, they're on track for 2027. And man, unless they have some crazy like aha moment curveball reveal, I don't know. Here's
the thing though. They can keep the PS5 going and still make plenty and hope they can ride this thing out, Like,
that's
just
true.
ride out the storm. They can try. That'd be
I
guess that's what I would do, but I mean I'm not as smart as
is going to be a thing till like the mid 2030s.
It's gonna be a long time,
Yeah.
The AI bros are not slowing down. I mean, I live in Cali, still talk to a lot of the AI bro, like the tech people, and it's just getting worse. The amount of RAM that they need for their stupid projects. Well, they're not stupid to them, but to like the amount of AI and the amount of like, even like you said, like, I'll talk about this on my stream. Markiplier, his movie, like his computer has like 192 gigabytes of RAM. Like even he's like, for small movies, 192 gigabytes of RAM for him. So imagine what other people are doing in these massive tech startups and these companies. Like imagine how much they're buying for RAM. So
the problem is just the AI stuff is just annoying people so much. Like every month there's something new for people to be annoyed at with it. AI's got to do there's got to be some kind of breakthrough, or it's got to do something substantial for people until eventually they just, I don't know, people like rise up and like attack the data center. I don't know what happens, because it's like eventually there's a boiling point where things just go south.
That kind of, there's like, I'm not too well versed in this, but there's a story about like Disney canceling their deal with Sora, or
Sora's gone.
Sora's gone.
Yeah. It was probably a waste
that's
of
a
money,
step in the right direction. Like.
I think it was just a waste of time for them and probably resources.
It feels like the Hydra though when it comes to AI. Like you cut off one, 15 other new companies pop up. Hey, look at my AI slop.
And then a year later, it's like, it shut down their servers randomly, and they lost like a month of business. It's like, all right,
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, look at the amount of content on YouTube. Look at the amount of YouTubers.
Oh my god, TikTok is fucking brutal with
AI slop everywhere, like everywhere. It's nuts.
If I see that fucking tongue Sahura guy one more time, I'm gonna lose it, dude.
I mean, here's something else though that I will say should have Sony concerned as well. Epic laying off over 1,000 employees, and they did say, Tim Sweeney said it's not AI related. So okay, we're good there. But they
Verified.
The loving
the-
side of Tim
It's
Sweeney.
not
The
AI
light-
related right now.
right
Maybe.
now, yeah.
Right now, maybe.
But- But they did. I will say this: the second sentence, the downturn in Fortnite engagement that started in 2025 means we're spending significantly more than we're making. We have to make major cuts to keep the company funded. Saying this layoff, together with over 500 million of identified cost savings in contract and marketing and closing some open roles, puts us in a more stable place. So they threw Fortnite under the bus immediately.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
no problem just kicking that to the curb and saying that's why. Not at all mentioning all the weird stuff he did in a leadership role for the last 3 or 4 years, by the way.
Yeah, dude. Like a lot of the people they laid off were like pretty important people, like insurmountably important to Fortnite's success. The guy who like designed the battle pass, the guy who like the main marketing guy who like edited all their trailers. There, he's gone. The guy who designed it, Jonesy, arguably like one of the most popular video game characters ever because of Fortnite. They're gone. You know, so it's like, I don't know. I like Fortnite a lot. It's like one of my favorite live service games. Like I play it like constantly. It's a great podcast game, great game with friends. But I'm not gonna say. And I'm not saying it's gonna go away tomorrow or next year or in 2 years. But I think you guys made this point. It's like, yeah, Fortnite's like almost 9 years old. Like it's an old game. So eventually it's gonna lose an audience or shed people because like naturally people move on, and it's like.
They get
Should
older.
prepare for
you know,
that.
They get to like the the workforce. And they're not home able to play games all the time or Fortnite or their friends move on, and it's that's just kind of how it goes. So the idea is they cycle players constantly. New players come in to replace the old ones, but it doesn't seem like the new players are coming in as frequently now. So their high point was 125 million monthly active users in 2023. As of 2025, it seemed like their high point was 110 million. So they still have a lot of people, but they dropped off, 15 million or so. And look, the stuff they do, it does have to cost a lot of money, I'm sure. But they also went to war with Apple for 4 years and took Fortnite off of the iOS store. And Tim Sweeney himself estimated that it cost them about $1 billion in revenue. These moves, by the way, are apparently saving $500 million. So I wonder if we can do the math here.
That was not worth it.
No, the whole point was we're going to take this off here. We're going to go because what happened was with Fortnite, they decided to introduce like a little portal that got you past the Apple processing payments so that they didn't have to give them 30%. Apple noticed this the first day and kicked them off of the store. And then Epic decides to file a lawsuit. And it's been a whole thing for years.
Yeah, they made the whole trailer like mocking the Apple ad, right? Like, they were very like pompous about it.
I knew about them, but I didn't know it cost them $1 billion. They should have just paid them the 30%. That's what they should have just paid them it.
Yes.
And especially because like kids are like on phones. Like that's how you get the younger generation into your game. And he fucked up. And also the whole like investment in the Epic Game Store, probably not the best idea. Let's be real. Yeah.
It hasn't. I feel like it hasn't accelerated like they thought it would, where they just give people free games and they'll stay there. And it's like I think people sign in and mostly just claim the free games and move on.
They don't even claim them, bro. Like they just claim them.
People take their game in bounds, bro.
That's kind of it. Like that's all. I mean, I'll be real. That's why I have it installed on my computer. Sometimes they'll put something up there and they're like, "Oh, here's a free game." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll go ahead and click claim," and then I just close it.
You're part of the problem, John.
I know.
What was it? Bandai Namco one year, I think they were giving away like Naruto or Boruto Shinobi Striker, and I'm like, I don't even want it for free, man. I'm good. I don't even want to walk into that shit to get it.
I'll tell you this though: if that Xbox Helix shows up and it like pulls your library from Steam and Epic Games and just drops it on the dashboard, I'll be ready with an Epic Game Store account with like 30 games that I got for free. I'll be ready to go.
Only $1,500 for the console.
Yeah, probably, yes, probably. But they hear us
Game
on
Pass,
exclusives.
Game
They hear
Pass,
us on the
baby.
exclusives.
Game Pass,
Yeah. Game Pass, there it is. There
Is
it is. Yeah.
Epic revealing Unreal Engine 6 this year? That's what
Should
their
be at the
plan
end of
is?
this year. Should be at the end of this year, yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Have they even figured out 5 yet?
They haven't even figured it out. Well, a lot of
6
companies
is just
haven't
going to
figured
be 5 with the fixes.
Have I gotten
Probably.
have I gotten a game that looks like the Matrix demo yet? Did I miss that game?
Did you see the DLSS 5 slider, Sean? It went across the screen. Okay.
There was no fucking motherfucking DLSS shit in that.
Do you want to see the Matrix DLSS 5?
No.
That'd be terrifying.
It would be.
The slidey 2D images.
Yeah, a yesified Morpheus. Oh,
Oh man, man, you know the thing about this though, if Fortnite does, so we got to see what happens, this year and into next year with Fortnite. Because I think if it does, we'll say fade out. It'll take a little while to fade, but man, I was trying to think about it. Like, what does gaming look like without Fortnite? Became such a massive presence and such a massive money generator for these platform holders, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. They all, if you look at any of these, like the systems, and you look at like the top games, like Fortnite's on all of them.
Well,
and
you remember, John, like Fortnite was so big, it made Sony cave in on crossplay.
Yeah.
That's how much motion they had.
That's the thing. It's like, man, what happened? What would a gaming world look like without a Fortnite?
It would just be Roblox taking its place. That's exactly what's it's just Roblox. Ask my daughter, hey, what would you like? I want to get you something. You know what? I just want money for Roblox.
At least until Chris Hansen makes them come into a room and sit down in front of them. Like,
yeah, that Roblox thing looked a little sketchy too. I will say this though, Jay, you're right on the engagement part of Fortnite, where it just pulls a lot of people in. Dude, they don't really make any money. Like, they just lose money.
Those events they were doing, they would talk. They talked about how like it was costing them more than they were making for their seasons when they had like concerts.
They're public. They lose like $100-something million a year.
You're freaking holding, what was it, Travis Scott and Post Malone concerts?
Yeah, there's a Travis Scott concert. There's an
that costs a lot of money.
They did that in Roblox.
No, I was talking about.
I was talking about. Oh yeah, Roblox loses like $100-something million a year.
Oh, okay.
All litigation.
Well, I think that was before the litigation even. So I mean, they just bring a lot of people in, but apparently they just lose money. So they're doing that thing where they're like, eventually we'll break even, and that's it. So Does Fortnite, I assume,
pay creators who make maps. Like, is that
they have
Fortnite?
They have something for games. Yeah, okay. They have like a whole creator program for games.
And that was kind of the thing that
economy.
I wouldn't say turned me off of Fortnite, but like Fortnite, like once they started doing like creator revenue sharing, like people made a lot of like brain rot style maps on Fortnite. Like, these maps are like not good at all, and yet some of these guys are getting paid like 6 figures, like just to make like some dog shit maps. Like, I feel like I should do that too, bro. Like, what?
No, go for it.
You should. You take advantage of it now before it's gone.
Honestly, bro.
No, what do you think the alternate timeline looks like? Let's go back to, what was this, 2016 or 2017?
2017
showed up.
What's the alternate Battle Royale was introduced in August 2017.
Where we split, and there was Fortnite just stayed. They never tried to copy PUBG.
They stayed with that like the game that was failing, and then they just eventually go out.
Maybe they slowly faded away after 2 years or something. Fortnite never rose to prominence. What would have happened? Because PUBG was only on PC at the time. So what would have happened if there was no Fortnite then?
PUBG would have faded out. Someone would have probably taken their place. It would have been more of like
the
small
Darwin
scale. No, it wouldn't have been Darwin. Kidding me?
I don't know. I feel like Sony's live service push would have been less significant if Fortnite.
The thing is that side of it doesn't interact really with the like Genshin style. That side of the universe, and that's where a ton of money comes from. So like maybe still the same thing. Bigger. No, Genshin was huge. Are you kidding me? More in a month than BioWare made in a decade. Like, they were huge.
God damn.
I don't know if Sony would have tried to make a Genshin type game.
Because if we're trying to stop the service games, you stop cell phone games. Basically, at that point, like you have to stop it there. Fortnite's not the pure problem. Someone just takes its place.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Somebody would it'd be Genshin Impact, or what's the other game that they have? I forgot the
ZZZ.
Yeah, Zenless Zone.
Wuthering Waves right now is the big one.
Wuthering Waves. Somebody else will come through.
I'm trying to think if there would have been such a big push for live service like there has been, even with like Fortnite, which was the thing that everyone looked at as we want to have one of those.
Yeah,
and if they
Fortnite spawned in like Apex and Warzone, and Fortnite influenced all these other huge AAA publishers. So like It definitely would
because
cause like a butterfly effect.
Fortnite hit because of PUBG. Like they decided to try it because PUBG was doing well. So
And it
like,
was on
someone
console.
else would have tried it. Like we still probably would have gotten Warzone.
Yeah,
true.
but I don't know if we would ever. I mean, do you see what Call of Duty eventually turned into? Because Fortnite was doing some of the weirdest crossovers, and it seemed to be working. I always wonder if we would have just kept the more basic Call of Duty as well without Fortnite.
No.
Not really. There's money in crossovers because
Yeah.
technically some of them pay you. So
I mean, there was Seth Rogen and Nicki Minaj running around in Call of Duty.
Yeah, screw Nicki Minaj. Her booty's too big. I got shot because she's wearing hot pink and her booty's big.
Increased
And
hitbox.
Yeah, it
it's-
fucking messes up the hitbox. Yeah,
yeah, it does mess up the hitbox. Like literally, I'm squatting and I'm moving over, and literally my booty's sticking out, and somebody shoot me in the ass when I was playing that game when I was using
too
Nicki
dummy
Minaj.
thick.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I'm wearing hot pink, and it's just I stick out. I hated that. That's a stupid crossover.
Why did you
She's
use
also
her?
crazy too. So
Yeah, she kind of went off the deep end.
yeah, she's also loony. So
Yeah.
I regret that, but I had to do it. It was a sponsored stream, so whatever.
Dance for us, clown, dance.
pretty much. I was tap dancing that whole night. Damn.
It's the WB.
Hey man, but it was a good sponsor.
Teach us a lot of the early name Miku games had trophies that had trophy descriptions say you earned the title (parentheses title). That's great. Mishio says get 4 back paddles on your controller at Moshi Mods. No, you need remember that typing pad you'd get? They had one for the Xbox, one for the PlayStation 3. I remember that
Yeah,
one.
like
you need the whole
like,
keyboard on
was,
there.
like, the
Oh,
keyboard
yeah.
was like under the sticks. It was like over
Yep.
the sticks. It's like, why would you design it that way?
That's what you need for Crimson Desert. Get all those buttons. Rodriguez says, I'd rather play Crimson Desert using the Kinect. Oh, gosh.
Go play
Were
some
we as
VR,
a
that'd be
society
awesome.
too harsh in the Connect?
No,
No,
not harsh enough.
I mean, some of the games were okay, but then when they went all in on it for the next iteration,
Yeah, they started putting IPs with or franchises with the Kinect that didn't need to be with the Kinect.
Fable.
So-
Fable.
Fable. Yeah,
Yeah,
even, I
that's
didn't
the
even
one
say
I always
Star
think of.
Wars.
and they dropped that laser tag game that didn't even need it. They're just like,
Yeah,
Kinect.
they had the like what was it, Forza? It's like you drive like you're actually like there. It's like no,
They
this
I don't
doesn't
want to do
work.
that.
They got drunk off the success of Kinect Sports. They went too much.
The Kinect actually sold pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah,
It
it was
did.
pretty like,
Decently.
mainstream kind of.
I think it's
Yeah.
like 20 million plus.
it was a
copies, or-
lot. Yeah.
I think
it's-
I think in like a couple months of it coming out, some businesses even found out how to basically hack it to use on PC, and it was a really good like room scanning camera. You get 2 of them together, you could 3D scan stuff with it. It was good.
It was funny because what you could turn on, so you had the Kinect on in your room, and then there was the camera setting you could turn on like a digital camera, and then it shows you, and there's lights all like there's dots all over your room, and you're like, what in the world? It actually scans it this way. Yo Peep says Spawncast 85 fan here. The Switch 2D all digital is looking more likely after physical or digital physical price structure. Keep up the great show. Well, we can go over to Nintendo now. They did a couple. They did one main thing this week, and then Nate decided to just drop all kinds of stuff for them on their behalf. So
and Nate the hate direct.
yeah, the first thing was the digital physical difference in terms of pricing. So they announced this for Yoshi, the Mysterious Book. It'll be 70 physical, 60 digital. And this seems to be just a new thing now going forward. And we're going to see more examples, I'm sure. But this had everyone going back and forth on how exactly to take this news. As in, did physical games go up in price or did digital games go down in price? And no one really seems to know what the answer is right now with Yoshi, because no one really seems to know what the Yoshi's original price was supposed to be.
Wait.
Oh.
I actually found a tweet, I believe it was from March 10th, from a Nintendo ambassador that will remain unnamed, where they said in their tweet, they did a list of some of the things that were some additional information. $60 digitally and physically for Yoshi. I did find
He's talking about me. I'm not a Nintendo ambassador. Okay, there's no such thing. Okay, there's no such thing as that. And
Did they get rid of that program?
Yeah.
You got kicked out, didn't you?
No, I can still no, but it's not the
renew
same
contract. You know,
It's not the same. It's not the same thing. They just call it something. It's just different. They're just you're just influencers, and like if they want you to do something, they'll say, "Hey, here's a game" or whatever, So yeah. It's just not like it was before, at least from what I. So
well, they got to cut costs, obviously.
So
they
let's
didn't
say
Researching how to change you guys out for
No,
AI.
it costs money. I mean, you got you're sending out free games. Those are potential lost sales, and
they're
physical
digital
went up
games.
$10.
I did get a jacket though 1 year for E3. That was kind of cool.
okay, that's some drip right there. Not bad.
Yeah, it's like
Louis
the
Vuitton product,
it's like the
or like-
Famicom. It's like Famicom, like
Throw that on the yellow chair pile.
yeah. It looked bad in the yellow. If I was wearing it, it wouldn't look good with the yellow chair. So, yeah, like, that wouldn't look good.
So
yeah,
digital
mistake,
and physical.
mistake on my end, Sean. My bad.
I didn't name any names.
Digital and physical now different prices. I think the idea that digital's cheaper makes sense, but I don't really know how to take this because
yeah, me
one
too.
thing.
So like
We've
when they
talked
announced
about
the
this for
3D Mario,
decades.
is it going to be 80 physical, 70 digital, or is it going to be 70 physical, 60 digital?
See, here's the thing. I think the next game will determine it, because the next game is probably going to be what, Fire Emblem?
Star Fox.
No, that comes out stupid. Fire
Star
Emblem's going to
Fox,
come
right?
out before that.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah, they've done a trailer for fucking Fire Emblem.
Okay.
yeah. I don't.
Okay.
I thought Splatoon Raiders was next.
No, Splatoon
Interesting.
Raiders. Like, there's no.
Interesting.
They really haven't shown much. They haven't shown much for either. So I mean, I don't know which one's going to come out
Well,
first.
regardless,
I don't know if that one's going to determine it, because I don't think they see Fire Emblem like they see Mario Kart World.
you don't.
know?
No, I'm talking about a $70. Fire Emblem is going to be a $70 game.
When do you think Fire Emblem's
Yeah.
coming out?
If I think it comes out in June.
Okay.
I think if
curious.
Fire Emblem is, in my opinion, this to me looks like an increase. If Fire Emblem comes out 70 physical, 60 digital, I will completely recant what I said, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Fire Emblem is going to be like 70 digital, 80 physical.
Yeah,
And
I don't think they're going to charge that much for Fire Emblem, because it's Fire Emblem. It doesn't sell like it doesn't. I don't think they can put it on the same as levels like Mario Kart World, which is 80. That's
yeah,
like
but
the $80.
okay, what
game.
was the price of Kirby Air Riders? Kirby Air Riders wasn't a
Yeah,
$70
it was
fucking
70.
game, but it was $70.
It wasn't 80.
Right, because that was at the time where digital and physical cost the same.
So we think it's going to be Fire Emblem. We think is going to be okay. So 70 physical, 60 digital would say okay. Digital games
Digital
got
is cheaper. Yes.
70 digital, 80 physical. Then we go okay. Physical games got more expensive.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I just think Yoshi isn't necessarily the best indicator, because I remember when the game was, when they did that initial trailer in my video, I said it's a $70 game, and everyone was like, "Oh no, it's 60, it's 60, it's 60," and I was like, "Oh okay, it's 60." So everyone had the mentality that this was going to be 60 physical and digital. So I really think you need to see another game.
Wait,
to determine
so
that.
question, like, is it just only for Switch 2 exclusives, or like cross-gen games like Tamagotchi Life and
Just
No,
Switch
just
2.
Switch 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Here's
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be the determining factor, because I still feel that like there's going to be other games like the new 3D Mario that's going to be like 80 physical, that could be like 80 physical and 70 digital. So I really think it's going to be like variable, like they said. Some games, or like the next big Legend of Zelda, maybe not the Ocarina of Time remake, maybe the Ocarina of Time remake, but let's just say the next major Legend of Zelda game, the next major 3D Mario, they might want to price those like Mario Kart World, where it's 80 physical and 70 digital. But then games like Fire Emblem or games like Splatoon Raiders or games like that are 70 physical, 60 digital. I think that's a possibility for that, so it could just be based off the franchise and like what they think they can get for it,
So would worst case scenario be, and we absolutely know that physical games went up, if they introduce an $80 game and then there's a $90 physical?
That'd be fucking crazy.
Would that be worst case scenario? Like, oh, okay, yeah, physical games went up.
And that would be that would be an outright, like, they lied to IGN, because they said to IGN, they said, "Oh yeah, it's the physical's not going up. We're just doing digital." That's what they said to them. So if they went 90, that's way higher than what they went before. That's $10 higher than what they went before. So that would absolutely be an increase on physical gaming, 100%. So that'd be an outright lie to IGN, which is, I mean, it's possible. I don't see them charging 90. That'd be, like I said, ridiculous at 90. So
And
yeah,
plus,
I was
they're not even like with Yoshi,
Mhm.
like I think my biggest beef is like, it's not gonna have throw some extra shit in there. Throw an instruction book in there. Throw some stickers. Give people an incentive to pay that extra $10 beyond just, oh, it's a physical game. It's got a box. Like I think they can make it more attractive that way, And I
Maybe
do look, I do
slipcover,
hope that
steelbook.
no, I don't need all that bullshit. I do hope that, because I mean, hey, I'd rather, actually, fun fact, every first party Switch 2 game I own is digital. I don't own any physical Switch 2 games. So I am hopeful that it truly is just digital is cheaper, but I'm just kind of leery about it. We need another example beyond just Yoshi, because Yoshi was already muddied with the price when it was first, unveiled. So we need to see kind of that next game.
Another thing that I'll say too is that the thing about this is that Nintendo did this whole thing. They just did it in a weird way with vouchers, but they had $10 off with every single first party game in the Switch 1 era. So
I used some of those vouchers back when I had a Switch.
So I mean, they're just making it to where it's not as obtuse. And I think you needed NSO. Some people were saying you needed NSO for them, but like you can get $10 off every single Switch 1 first party game with the vouchers. You just buy 2. It's $100 instead of instead of the 60. So it just seems like they're kind of modifying that here. But once again, like Sean says, we got to wait and see for like other games.
I mean, if people can get Fire Emblem for $60 digital, that'd be great. I'd be like, okay, well, there you go.
Oh yeah, I'd much rather pay 60 for it than 70.
Yeah, I mean, this will probably accelerate more and more digital adoption, I would assume, just because it's cheaper. So that's just,
and they make more money from it.
They're getting you ready for that Switch 2 digital that comes in at a cheaper price, and
I kind of think they might do. I think that might be a move. I think
that actually might be
the
the Switch I get, honestly. Yeah.
Well, I think it'll, because if they sell you that, they know you're buying the games digitally and they can subsidize it more. I kind of feel like that might be a move.
What do you think would be priced at? 4?
Okay.
Because we all anticipate a price increase on this.
I think they go up to 5. I think this goes up to 5, and they drop the bundle, and it's just 500 for a Switch 2. So I would assume the digital one would be 4. Yeah,
I think 450.
I think they got to get. I think these companies are about to get real creative, and I think that digital Switch 2 is one of their outlets to do it.
When do you think you see it?
Probably not this holiday. Probably the next one.
I think you might see it next spring.
You think next spring? That's fair. Yeah. I could see him doing it like mid-year kind of thing. Yeah.
Wait, so if it's like a Switch 2 digital edition, it's going to be like the Switch Lite where you can't dock it, you can't take off the Joy-Cons, or is that going to be like a whole different?
I think it's literally just a Switch 2 as it stands now that just does not have a cartridge slot on it.
Okay.
Because that helps remove costs, and now you have them in your digital sphere where you're making more money on the digital thing. So you could take, if you got to take a little bit of a hit, you could take it because you're going to make it up on this. I mean, you want to play a fucking game on this thing? Well, you're buying it from us, and it's digital. So we don't have to worry about the cartridge. We don't have to worry about the box. We don't have to worry about the stickers that I'm not getting.
I do think you will see if you want to switch to Lite, I'm sure there will be one eventually. Yes, I think that'll happen. That'll probably be the cheapest system then in the lineup.
Yeah, I would need the Joy-Cons to be detachable, so I'll probably just get the regular digital
the digital one. Yeah, would probably be the move at that point.
But and then, I'll wait for the deals too, because Nintendo always does sales for their first party games.
Exactly, $41.99.
Hey,
Good
that here's some good news though. Nate did his podcast that people should check out because he put a lot of stuff in there, and people were going through summarizing all the stuff, and
stealing his hard work and not giving it. You see, I gave him a nice generous tip on his video.
$1? Did you?
No, I gave him $100 and I said, "Where's John's money?"
Whoa,
let's go.
Jeez, give him some money, man.
Yeah, I support my friends, John. Just try it sometime. Where's my money, by the way? Where's my money?
RGT does actually support. I mean, he dropped 100 on my stream once too. So shout out to RGT.
Where's my money, John? I thought I was getting it this past week.
It's not the end of the month. It's coming up.
Motherfucker, today's the 28th. 30 days, half September, April, June, and November. You have 3 days left.
3 days is 3 days. That's 72 hours.
John be paying people like Julius, like from Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god, bro. Jeez.
No, I'm just playing around, John.
Cheapest motherfucker in television history. Goddamn.
I'm just playing around. John's awesome. I do this shit for free. It don't matter.
Like I was saying, Nate the Hate did put up a whole podcast talking about the rest of the lineup for this year, a little bit for next year, but it's so funny. I know when he recorded this before Star Fox got revealed for that movie, because I was talking to him about it before he recorded
what,
the
Tuesday?
thing. Yes, because they weren't on Marathon.
Yeah.
Sean knows. I was like, is anyone on Marathon? Recording. Oh, okay. So they recorded, the 2 days before, and they had to edit, and he posted it at the day after Fox was revealed for the Mario Galaxy movie, which means we're all already thinking, oh, there's probably something more to this, a game of some kind. And Nate did reveal that a new Star Fox game is coming to Switch 2 summer 2026. Classic style, visuals are good, online multiplayer. Expect a reveal in April is kind of our mindset right now, and the release shortly after that.
Summer.
You said summer.
I would think late summer.
Summer,
probably.
maybe.
Definitely not
Late
June.
July, August.
Definitely not June.
Yeah, I think you do.
Not June.
June, July are going to be Fire Emblem, maybe Splatoon. And then
Rhythm Heaven.
I mean, if it was me, I would just put Star Fox in June. That's when I would release it.
Well, Rhythm Heaven is technically a Switch 1 game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Switch
Yes.
1 game. It's,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, those don't
it's
really
Switch.
count in the equation.
Well, we have Fox, then summer 2026. He goes through, of course, Splatoon Raiders, Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, Rhythm Heaven, a Switch Sports game, might be Switch Sports Switch 2 edition or
Resort?
something. Maybe
That'd be fire.
he's not really sure. It's something Switch Sports related. But
Okay.
then on top of Star Fox, Duskbloods later 2026, and then Ocarina of Time remake for the Switch 2 second half of 2026. Seems like a pretty good holiday title, I assume. Maybe like that September, October release, but just ahead of Grand Theft Auto 6. And no 3D Mario. That'll be next year.
People were jumping out of windows when they heard that. The meltdowns online were
Suey off the bulk,
incredible. I loved it. Oh no, you forgot the best part. No general direct until June. That was the best. That made me smile the biggest, because it's like, what are these fucking direct grifters gonna talk about? Like, I think it's this week. Weedle T and Weedle
direct
said it's gonna be
grifters.
tomorrow. Like,
I haven't heard that term, direct grifters.
oh, there's so
Like
many of
directly
them.
to
It's
you.
crazy. Every fucking week, it's like the
The
same.
direct cycle, man.
It's like they plug in their video into fucking Chat GPT, and they're like, all right, here's my script from this video, change it for this week, and then they just make the same fucking video again. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
What's the what game here is everyone most excited for? I know there's obviously probably two leading ones, but there's a few others in there as well.
Star Fox.
Duskbloods. Yeah.
Star Fox, and I'm excited for Fire Emblem, but we know about that. We mean like new announcement from Nate,
Just
or like,
all the stuff Nate threw around here, basically to line up the 2026 setup that they have here. What's the game?
yeah, Ocarina of Time and Star Fox plus Fire Emblem for sure for me.
I know Star Fox to be interesting. Man, I am really curious about Ocarina of Time. That is such
Yeah,
you got to be really careful with that one, because I think this is going to be more than the 3D, obviously more than the 3DS. This sounds like it has more of a budget behind it than I don't say people would expect, but it sounds like this is a serious project for Nintendo.
It needs to be. It needs to. I don't want just, hey, here's some slightly upgraded visuals or something. No.
So you want to cut content? And all
I
that?
need added content. I need expansive content. I need new lore. I want, you know what it needs to be? This is going back full
don't say
circle
Final
to
Fantasy
Radix.
VII remake, please. Don't say
No,
that.
I mean, similar, but obviously not broken up into situations. It needs to be RE1 to RE remake. Those games are two completely different games. If I know RE1 like the back of my hand. When I'm actually dabbling with RE remake right now, on the Switch too. I didn't mention it.
Jill or Chris?
Ask me. Jill. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. What is this puzzle? What is this area? Why can't I get in this door? Like it needs to be on that level. Like
that is so risky. That is
it's not
risky.
It's not
is.
because if you want to play
risky?
if you want to play the OG, you play it on the N64 NSO. You want to play the enhanced visuals, you play it on the 3DS. Like get out of here. You got it. You
guys know how people are with that game though.
Who gives a fuck? Fuck people. Who gives a fuck about
how
what some
people are though, bro?
Moron with his fucking poster behind him trying to, this is the Hyrule timeline, and this is where Link and Zelda meet, and then this is a different Link from 3000. You're like, shut the fuck up, bro. They're just making games. And yeah, some of them are interconnected. Some of them have nothing to do with each other. There's individual stories. Why does everything have to be so fucking deep? Just take it for what it is.
What do you think about this though, Sean? What do you think about maybe more of an in line with the 1-to-1 remake, but they add in extra content? So here's another dungeon. Here's a different combat moves that you can do and things like that. Much better graphics, much better obviously music and all that.
I would be okay with it, but it's not what I want.
Okay.
I want it to be. I want it to feel like I'm playing this game for the first time again.
Okay.
And RE Remake does that.
I feel like this project is also like getting in time for the movie that's coming out next year. Like that would be the perfect like cross promotion synergy for like Legend of Zelda movie. Like you see that trailer in the theaters, and at the end it's also buy the Ocarina of Time remake on your Switch too. Like that would be.
Yeah, because they'll go to there'll be another Zelda, obviously another big 3D Zelda game, and this is kind of what they mentioned. It's like we'll do remakes or remasters and stuff. I think at one point they wanted Legend of Zelda to be a yearly thing, and necessarily
it pretty much is a
yearly.
Yeah, it is a yearly thing.
So but like for like
yearly for a while now, right?
Yeah, but like bigger games like Ocarina of Time doesn't come around very often. You know, like it's you got to make sure that is good.
So John, what do you want? What would you like it to be more like?
I feel like I do still want more of the traditional experience, but I will say this: it would take some work to adapt it to more modern expectations around controls. And I would even say the visuals are going to be very, very important for it. And I'm so curious about the art style and direction.
Do you think
that's
the
thing
like
that can
Breath of the Wild?
If they do that, I would actually be kind of annoyed.
I would throw up. I would get on my knees and
that's the one. That's the thing I'm really concerned about is the art direction, the art style, and the
you do it like the Wii U fucking tech demo. Let's cut the bullshit.
Yeah, like it needs to look more like the art style of like what we know Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess for. That would be what I feel would be, not. I mean, you can't do another Breath of the Wild art style. Like it doesn't even fit. The game doesn't even fit that aesthetic anyway. So
yeah, it needs to be more in line with. And none of this Unreal Engine 5 fan nonsense either.
I'm kind of picturing
maximum motion blur.
So what did you think about like? Remember we saw Link's Awakening, right? Again, another classic, and then it shifts over to the new one. And I think people at first were like, what? Like they're trying to like wrap their head around what they were seeing. They're like, okay, yeah,
but that's fine. It's a top-down game.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
None of that.
You think we'll have another effect like that where we're like, oh, what? Or like trying to make sense of it.
Because Link's Awakening is not on the level of Ocarina of Time.
Right.
Ocarina of Time is like, isn't it still like the highest rated Metacritic game ever?
Yes. The highest
it is, but only 22 reviews. But yeah, it is though.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, no, you gotta. This needs to. You know what this should be? This should be like the Switch 2 game where people go, because there has not been, and judging, I mean, maybe Star Fox can shake things up a little bit. Mm-hmm. There has not been a first party Switch 2 game where it's like, wow, Donkey Kong Bonanza definitely dabbled in some of that with some of its environments, but we know that game has strong Switch 1 DNA because they literally showed a Switch 1 version. Like, this needs to be like a big to do, and especially if it's going to be your holiday game, which if you don't have 3D Mario, you don't have Gen 10, like I think it needs to impress, and I don't think you should do anything quirky with it. Like, it's kind of a dark game when you find that motherfucker in the back alley, and some shit happens to that dude, it's a dark game. It's a darker tone game, and I don't want to see them ruin it. Well, not ruin it, but take artistic liberties with it because, oh, now, you know, we want to make it look like this or we want it to feel like this. Like, you got to keep that same vibe. If anything, I would lean more into the original game's vibe.
So, like, I was only half joking, but like with Dead Space Remake, they gave Isaac Clarke a voice, and it actually worked very well. Do you think they do that with Ocarina of Time and Zelda? Because like Link is gonna talk in the movie. Like people just have to accept that.
I think you could possibly do it with every character but Link.
Oh man, that would be crazy if Link said something in the first like 5 minutes of the game.
It's really deep, bassy voice.
Right?
What's up, bitches?
It's Christopher Judge. Like, what? What are you doing here?
It'd be Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. It's got to be Chris Pratt.
Hey guys, what's going on? Where am I?
Is that how we talk?
In my mind, I've only seen him. I've only seen Jurassic World and some of Mario. I don't really care. For him.
Gosh.
Well,
go ahead, Rack.
No, well, this is one thing I wanted to ask you guys because, like, I haven't met Nate personally yet. I just watched a lot of his content here and on his YouTube videos. Are you guys worried that like Nintendo and Sony Legal are gonna team up and actually like track down Nate because he's like leaking fucking everything and like they can't really do anything about it? But I feel like Nintendo would try to do something about it.
I saw the tweet that Kit and Krista made. We're not happy.
Yeah.
No. I mean. No, from what I know, I don't think they would have really because he's not the one.
Yeah, I think
he's relaying the information.
Yeah, they're going to try to find. They're going to try to find who's giving him the information. Yes.
Yeah, but they wouldn't. No, and I would make John throw money on the legal fees for him if we had to go to that.
Where they really kind of come after someone is if you're like playing the games like really early or something like that, and like that's when it's like okay, they might try to go after you. But like if you're just like, hey, I heard this from somewhere, it's not really much they can do. They got to find the person who's leaking. It's that person's fault, you know.
Yeah, what you need to ask yourself is if Nate is part of Nintendo.
Oh,
and this was all part of the marketing ploy. And now people are real excited and no one's talking about if physical games are more expensive or not right now.
What if, as revenge, Nintendo doxes Nate? It's like this you on Twitter and they like to reveal.
Some people are saying it's a controlled leak, man, because somebody there was
I like the controlled leak.
It's like because like look, listen, like there's not going to be a direct for a while. These people won't shut the hell up. These Mario and Zeldaers won't shut up. Like these direct grifters, like Sean calls them, won't shut up. Let's just put this out there so people just shut up for a day, you know, or for a bit.
Would that be the big twist at the end if Nate was just at Nintendo this whole time?
He doesn't have central air conditioning in his house.
Why you gotta out him like that? Why do you gotta do that to him?
I'm just saying, it's not like living some lavish life or something like that. I would hope if it was working for them, they would at least get the man central air conditioning.
You don't want to talk about his Galaxy S5 that's still held together.
Does he need central air conditioning where he lives? I don't think he needs.
Yes, he's always like, "Oh, it's like 80 degrees in here. I got to put the window unit in." And I'm like, "Okay."
I remember. I think what was he talking about? There's an app, maybe a Nintendo app, and he's like, "My phone doesn't run it because it's a Galaxy S5."
Yeah, are you serious? Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, he runs. I have a Galaxy S5.
He won't give that phone up.
Let me tell you guys how ghetto.
You got one? Oh, you got it.
One.
There it is.
This thing is hood rich at this point, man. It is an old phone. Because I still have some pictures and stuff and all that.
What is it, like 2016, 2017?
2014.
Whoa.
Galaxy S5, yeah. It has a replaceable battery, which is cool. You can replace the battery.
That's how you justify it.
Yeah, remember, does it have an SD card slot like everything with Austin phones over the years?
It has an SD card slot. You can replace the battery. Battery pops right out. Here's the SD card slot right here.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's right there. I found it. It's right here. So, like, yeah, there's the SD card. So this is the one that he has. So, and this is, I bought this when I got a good job, and I was like, I'm gonna treat myself for Christmas. So I was like,
Galaxy S5.
I was like, I'm gonna get this Galaxy S5. That's 2014.
How's everyone feel about the lineup though? A new Star Fox game, classic style. What we're gonna find out about that, I think, in a couple of weeks actually. So that'll be cool. And they'll just I assume Nintendo's just gonna put out a message on social media and then drop a trailer, and then they'll probably tell you when it comes out in just a couple of months. But what do you think about the lineup then? Because as Sean mentioned, there's no 3D Mario. That seemed to be a problem.
If everything comes out like Duskbloods and it's good somehow, and Splatoon Raiders and it's good, and Fire Emblem and it's good, and Star Fox is good, and Ocarina of Time is good, and I think he said something about Pikmin 4 Switch to Edition, and maybe Xenoblade Switch to Edition. So if all of that comes out plus the third party, this lineup's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think if those 4 pillars come out, Fire Emblem, Star Fox, Duskbloods, and Ocarina of Time remake, that alone, those 4 to close. Yeah. I mean, that would be over the course of the next 8 months. I mean, I don't think anything's really coming out in December, if I had to take a guess. But if 8 months, those 4 games, that seems pretty strong. And then some of the other ones, I mean, Tamagotchi Life's coming up, sure, and this Switch Sports game and Yoshi, but that seems pretty strong for first party publisher.
Sport, you know,
yeah.
I think. I think what will even help even more is they have to try and tread water with the price as long as they can.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Just
hold
keep treading water. Like, I think it's coming, but if you could get, if you could get a couple more months out of it, and you are substantially cheaper than both the other, it's kind of like the universe healing itself, where Nintendo is usually the substantially cheaper option. It's like $650 for a PS5, $450 for a Switch 2, and it's got these.
The thing about it though, Sean, is that they're gonna have to do it sometime soon. If they're like, you don't want to raise the price, and this is like a marketing thing. You don't want to raise the price when like everybody's about to like buy one. So it's like the closer you get to the holiday, the more you don't want to have any type of bad news,
August.
as like the holiday season. So I mean, if you're going to do it, you need to do it between not at this point and before September.
I think August is the month. If you can get Star Fox out before you do it,
even that is cutting it really close.
Cutting it close.
So, yeah, that is cutting it really close for like holiday or like upcoming.
I would try.
If they're gonna do it, they need to do it like probably like spring. If they're going to, like, you need to rip the Band-Aid off, like Sony ripped the Band-Aid off. You need to get it ripped off now, so people know heading into the holiday. The closer you do it to the holiday, the more it's like people get salty about things, because expenses obviously go up. You have family over, you have things, you're paying for different stuff, you have shopping, all that type of stuff. So making an increase in price just looks bad. Like I said, that's just my little marketing thing that I know.
Yeah. Okay. Also, with the Ocarina of Time remake, they're definitely going to do like a Switch 2 special edition with like
they have to, right?
I will have my knife out for that. I'm
gonna get you.
The combat knife.
What if it's like, what color? It would be like gold.
Oh, it'd have to be gold, right? Yeah, you have to gold. Maybe a pro controller as well for that.
We need a gold cartridge though, right? Don't we need a gold cartridge?
Gold cartridge would be
fire.
fire.
You need the collector's edition, like you had with the Ocarina of Time, the gold foil on the front.
Yes.
And the Joy-Cons are going to be gold all around, not just like the inside.
Everything.
Oh yeah, you got.
They have
shiesty ready.
Just be gold under the freaking analog sticks.
They have
Skyward and a gold grill.
Skyward Sword Joy-Cons, but those things are kind of, I mean, they're cool, but they're kind of ugly as hell though. Like they're just kind of wild.
They gotta go all out again with that. Not just the game, but everything around it. 'Cause that's so much. I mean, so much merchandise.
And not just a fucking sticker on the console, like an actual design.
The Wii U, like you're talking about the Wii U one.
Yeah, fucking shit out of here.
The Wind Waker thing. That's actually worth a bit now, I think, if you have it like brand new.
Yeah. But yeah, they need to go all out.
I think it's a strong lineup if they have that. And then Pokemon very well could be first half of next year, and then apparently there's a 3D Mario somewhere out there for 2027 for people who are losing their minds. So seems pretty strong. I mean, the big wild card, the thing that would really throw me off, and I'd be like, hold on a minute, is if somehow, some way, GTA 6 went to this system on release. I don't think it's happening, but that would.
All right, fucking Aboriginal, be quiet over there.
I'm just saying that would like the next trailer pops up and the Switch 2 logo fades in. I'd be like, oh wow, that's actually pretty serious. Let me see the super chats here. Johnny says Adam Driver as Snape would have broke the internet. It was too perfect to come true. DC Fat Kid says Screamers is good stuff, or what else?
Good stuff.
Elliot says, gaming has always been a luxury and privilege, but it's always been affordable. We're moving into an era of unaffordability for lots of people. They just got to get you on the cloud, get used to it, and they got you. That's all they need.
Gaming has not always been affordable. I'll just say.
Hey, when that GameCube was $100,
it got affordable, but like N64 gaming could be very pricey at times.
Yeah.
And then even like the Legend of Zelda, the original Legend of Zelda, look up how much it cost in 1987. And then use the inflation calculator.
We did have rental stores back then. Like
we did. That's true, but it was, I think, the equivalent of about $130 at this point now. So if you wanted the original Legend of Zelda, if you bought it like day one, it was expensive. I remember my brother wanted it. My dad said, "Hell no."
Yeah, and Clayton in chat bringing up the Neo Geo. I mean, how affordable is that?
Yeah, the Neo Geo was
but it
pricey.
didn't sell.
Yeah,
that's an example of it not selling. MBG has a whole stack of them. Yeah.
Wasn't the 3DO like 700 USD when it came out?
Yes, triple.
And
like 1990 money, which is like
it was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's definitely been affordable things, but it's not always been like, oh, everything's just affordable and easy.
But okay, to be fair, you did have handhelds. You did have Game Boy. You did have
That's
Game
true.
Gear.
That was affordable.
Cheaper games, cheaper systems, and stuff like. You had a lot more options than you do now. You had other companies making consoles. You know, it was kind of something for everyone. Whereas now, it's like your options are extremely limited.
If you want to be cheap, your options is a smartphone or a tablet and just playing games on that. That's the cheapest thing, you know.
Yeah.
Clayton Moore says, appreciated RGT's Marvel video today. Man, I love those games. I want to switch to physical. They're only doing Switch 1 from what I can tell.
Yeah, it's just a Switch 1 game that runs on the Switch 2. But I mean, same thing.
But has the boost mode now.
Right. Which does absolutely nothing because they're old ass fucking games that are going to look the same. But
Johnny says, I go to San Francisco very often. I am yet to see any feces on the street, even with a lot of dog walking going on.
That's funny because I have have not one but two eyewitnesses who went to GDC who reported feces on the streets, and they said that there was smell near the convention center of GDC, smelled like feces, but they do pressure wash the sidewalks in downtown. I'm not talking about the suburbs. I'm talking about downtown San Francisco, where these people were boots to the ground and they saw feces.
Spoilers, it was them taking a shit, turning around, taking a snap of it.
How dare you say Celia was pooping on the street? How dare you?
I'm going to send you my video. I was there. I go to San Francisco quite a bit. So I'm going to send you every time I'm going to go there. I'm going to send you a video. See, like, I'm going to look for it. I'm going to look for the dookie.
Please
do. Look for
it. Follow the nose.
Dookie Johnny says, Team Jonathan Downey, good stuff, good stuff. You spelled my name wrong, though. I got to figure out where you spelled it wrong.
Drop a 20. I'll tell you where you spelled it wrong.
Claymore says, I was just sitting here saying I jump on the show. I even DM'd John on X inviting him on my show months ago, usually playing games on Saturday. I did not see that.
Way to go, John.
I will check my DMs, Clayton. I will check that. I don't see that. Mecca Omar said, did you notice that they changed all the, I don't know if it's just me, like a month or two ago, the X DMs got like all weird, and now it's like it's encrypted X to X, and it's just I have no idea what happens with that.
Yeah, I remember I asked John about something. Hey, you want to come on for something? And like he like responded like 3 weeks or like a month later. It was like, oh my bad, dude, I didn't see it. I was like, screw you, I don't know you anymore. Leave me alone.
Becca Omar says, speaking of Nintendo peripherals, they should bring back the Zapper or Super Scope. The tech is there to make them work with modern TVs. Yeah, why not? We got a Virtual Boy for some reason. Why not?
We'll be cardboard. That's what I'll say right now.
Jeffrey Tucker says, think Dreamcast guy uses throne.
I mean, shout out to people who do it, but
hey, Sean, where'd you get that picture from of him with?
I saw you tweet it out, so I assume you got it. From,
where's that picture from?
I think it's from. See, I'm not the originator. I will not say who the originator of the photo was. I was sent this image, but I think he did a Fume ad, which is like a all natural It was John.
It was me.
Which is an all natural smoking thing. So I've seen ads for it, and I was just like, this is the greatest fucking picture I've ever seen.
I was watching Max's video and it kicked into an ad spot and he starts talking about this fume thing and then he starts smoking it. And I was like, I got to get that picture of Max.
God, my head hurts. Ow.
It's like, I'm going to need that. And I said to Sean, he said, that's the greatest picture I may have ever seen in my life.
Oh, okay. I got to chill. My head's hurting.
And then he shows up here with it. That's a good picture, Max. So now
Dude,
Sean
it's so
just uses
good.
it.
It just works. Like it reminds me of the fucking smoke of that pack
Yeah.
El Bozo thing. It's like perfect. It's like,
R.I.P.
yeah.
Bozo, yeah.
Star Fox did
Bozo.
the hit.
You see, that's the tweet that I saw. You said Star Fox. That shit is gonna hit like that, though. I mean, if it's just that, if it's what Nate describes, it's
been so fucking long, dog.
Beck says Neo Geo launched at $650, but in today's money, due to inflation, it'd be around $1,500.
It's the price of a Project Helix.
There you go. Canoe says in the early 2000s.
Okay, to be fair, though, the Neo Geo literally was an arcade machine console-wise. Like
And when you bought him, it was the arcade board. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't because of, oh yeah, we want to do this. No, it's because they had to.
In the early 2000s.
Real quick question though, real quick. Do you think Sony wants to do this?
No, definitely not.
I don't think they want to, either. I don't think Sony wants to increase the price.
Definitely not.
Well, no, but the reasonings are. I mean, it's not because of the Neo Geo wasn't expensive because of some AI mental stupidity. It was because of it's a fucking arcade machine in your house. Like you're literally playing the arcade games at home. So it was because it cost that much to do something like that at the time.
Okay, let me see. I have. Oops. There we go. In the early 2000s,
you can make an argument about the Pro though. You can make an argument about the Pro because that's
for price on that.
Yeah.
Canoe says in the early 2000s you could get 2 40-ounce Old English for $4.50. Canadian kids have it hard these days for real.
That's my brother, and he makes sure to remind me how much cheaper it was back then for him. Yeah.
You were paying $4.50 Canadian for Old E. You gotta get the Cobras, man. You got King Cobra in Canada?
I don't know.
King Cobra was cool because there would be some nights you'd buy like 2 40s of them. You would drink 2 of them, you'd be fine. Some nights you would buy a King Cobra, you'd drink half of it, and you got bit, dog. Like you didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was like they just made it up on the fly. Like some of it was crazy. Dude, I did some crazy shit.
The gotcha game of 40s.
Yes, King Cobra was crazy.
That and never Four Loko. Remember Four?
I didn't like Four Loko because it would, it had the fucking stimulants in it. I hated.
Oh, I didn't drink them. I didn't
awake.
drink. Yeah, I had a crazy ass black chick girlfriend that used to drink that cheated me on all the time. She would drink those and go cheat. So it's like,
jeez.
That's all her ass did.
Insane OJ lore. God damn.
I got a crazy OJ lore in terms of college. College was absolutely nuts.
Johnny says, I don't like playing games on handheld. I don't like the idea of looking down. Link says,
and look up.
Instead of axing PS5 Pro, it's redubbed PS6 and they drop PS6 as PS6 Pro.
Just imagine the PS6 Pro price, dude. Just imagine.
Agent Redbeard says Starlink on the Switch had the Star Fox crew. Odds they use that as a base and go from there. Could be a big game. # Go Brewers.
Hell no, they ain't using that.
That's a Ubisoft game, right?
Yeah,
Ubisoft.
Using that shit.
Although we still have to see who's making the Star Fox game. That'll be interesting to see who's doing
a
that.
couple companies pitched it or something. Like
that was the rumor that I think Nintendo World Report put out. One of the guys from there.
Kevin says, "What's up, Spawncast? We are in price wars. We are." Tijo says, "I really wish the government would care enough about consumers to actually put in regulations, stop evil AI corpos from screwing over everyone else. That's what we need."
No, they all love it. all the governments love it, no matter which side of the coin they're on, because they're investing in these companies and making money. It's all a
That is
fucking
true.
shit show, dog.
Yeah, they need
Money
it
gets
to win.
Money gets
Yeah.
passed around. Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of goes in a lot of pockets. It's not
Red
ours.
don't matter, blue don't matter. The only thing that matters to those motherfuckers is green.
Green. Tijo says, "Am I the only one who wants Fortnite to die? I feel like Fortnite has come at the expense of other epic IPs. I care about like Unreal Tournament and Infinity Blade. Not Infinity Blade. Now it's just Fortnite, Unreal Engine, and Epic Game Store.
I don't want to.
I remember when
more
they-
people lose their job if that happens.
When they added the Unreal character to Fortnite, part of me was like, oh, that's like another Fortnite OC. And then I quickly found out, nope, that was a guy from Unreal Tournament.
Well, I mean,
Well,
Unreal Tournament, they
there you
did
go.
try it like 3 extra times. It wasn't Fortnite's fault. It was the community's fault for not buying it. Like, ta-da, that's what happens. I don't.
Frowning Dolphin says, "Long-time listener, first time catching the live. Love you all. Thanks for years of great content. One question: what happened to the older panel members from like MVG, Dreamcast, Jordan, and Misclick, etc.?
John
Well,
killed them all.
Jobs, children,
Yeah.
life, COVID's no
Life,
longer a thing.
MVG became a big shot developer. Yeah, just a lot of random stuff.
Life happened. Yeah.
Yes, the show's been around for a long time, long time,
Like a decade now, right? Almost.
almost 10 years. Yeah, it is almost 10 years actually. At the beginning of 2027, it'll be 10 years actually. I mean, we're on episode 457.
That's
It's been around so long. We've answered this question like 80
Yeah.
times now.
Multiple different like panel switches. You know, like
Yeah.
what happened to
Game
Philip?
over, Jesse. Where's
Yeah,
Philip
the first
Mewson?
episode, yeah.
Okay, well,
Somebody
then-
commented on that first episode the other day, and it popped up
popped-
on my app.
No, it popped up in my it popped up on my homepage for some reason, and I clicked
That's
on it,
weird.
and it was just all it was voice. It was all voice, and I was like, oh wow, because I don't think I came on to like episode 10 or something.
Yeah, man. This was a long time ago. Solid Unit says Epic acquired Harmonix years ago, creators Guitar Hero and Rock Band, who then worked on Fortnite Festival. Epic laid off the former Harmonix employees and are now killing Fortnite Festival. Lame.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
unfortunate
Yep.
because
Yep.
JP Kellums, who's the former Bayonetta developer, he lost his job. So, Very
Man, a lot of people are posting they lost their job. They
Yeah.
let off a lot of people to apparently keep running Fortnite. That's interesting.
That fake
Perf-
YouTube job ain't looking too bad now, is it?
Perfect.
Just saying.
Image says-
Just saying.
Hey, who
Hey,
called it a
guys.
fake YouTube job?
Motherfucker, all those people do. Come on.
Oh,
Hey guys, this PS5 increase sucks for the middle class. Now PS Plus gonna go up too.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully Switch sub doesn't go up because it's looking better for the middle class. I was trying to think what's more likely to go up because I assume something Nintendo side is going to get a price increase at some point. The subscription service or the system?
Nintendo,
What's
the
first?
People's Corporation.
I think the
I-
subscription service will be first. But
I think there's
both
more
of
wiggle
them-
room in that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still think PS Plus is going to get a price increase.
I think so
Later this
too.
year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tijo says now that Wonder is out on Nintendo Switch 2, what are the chances of it going on sale for Switch owners? Been waiting for it to go on sale, but to my knowledge, it never has. Not on eShop anyway.
Buy
just buy it
used
physical.
copy.
Just buy it
You know
physical.
what? Just steal
God
it.
damn.
Just rob a
You see, yeah.
motherfucker. Who cares?
Probably.
Just
I mean,
buy. Stop waiting. Just buy it. It's like $30, 30 something physical. Just buy.
end of the year, Cyber Monday.
Stop. Just get it physical. You can go to Facebook Marketplace. People are selling it for like $30. Just buy it.
Go on eBay.
Yeah, they need drug money, bro. Provide.
Yeah, the drug
Provide.
one.
Yeah.
John
Mecca-
buys some
Mecca-
crackheads
Well, you're a local
all the
business.
time.
Wait, that was half the business back in the day at the old stores.
We were very close to meth country.
Mecca Omar says, "Miss Nintendo vouchers already. Getting bulk gift cards during a Costco sale and using those to buy vouchers was a heck of a deal." Sterling Jones says, "Pouring one out for Final Fantasy IX remake." Yeah, it is shelved. it
Oh, what
sounds
happened?
It's shelved,
It's on-
according to
on
Nate.
Ooh.
I thought it's on
Yeah.
hold, right? Is that what he said on hold?
Hold, yeah. Square's got some stuff, I guess, to work out there. DC Fat Cat says, "Can we read some of Sean's AMA?" Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. If you follow my Instagram, I do AMAs on there. They're very unhinged.
Very
A
unhinged.
lot of gay men seem to like me. I mean, I appreciate it. I'm not interested, but thank you.
Are you sure? I'm just
Depends on the money involved.
It's nice to get some attention. I mean,
Casey says disappointed if 3DS version of Ocarina of Time for $40. Yes, I would be disappointed in that. If that's
There's no way it's gonna be a 3DS port, man. There's like no way.
it's not going to be that crusty ass shit.
Stars are raw like a dungeon dragon. Looking forward to that Zelda this year. And then Johnny says Star Fox is the only Nintendo character I'm interested to play. It's a blind buy for me. ACOG says finally finished RE7 and started RE6 recently. I'm not okay. TJ says, not gonna lie, I wish Nintendo didn't say a word about him. I think he would have been a Kojima style spectacle when he surprises audience like me when I go see the movie next weekend. I'm gonna tell you now, it would have been spoiled. Like,
Star Fox would have got leaked because they did the world premiere, right? Like in Japan. So it would have got leaked today. It would have got leaked either yesterday or today by somebody that went there.
Unfortunately, that's just too. It would have been spoiled online somewhere. And here's the thing: they benefited heavily because when they put that out there, just the initial announcement, like 34 million views on it. So that's
weird because when did people start giving a fuck about Star Fox? Like, where have you been?
Well, that's kind of the thing. Like Star Fox, I never played a Star Fox game. So to me, Star Fox, and I assume to many other millions of people, is a Smash Brothers character more than like a Star Fox character.
That's fair.
Off this show.
That's fair.
No, but it's totally fair though. Like what he's saying is correct. A lot of the characters in like even like for some people, maybe even like Samus, right? Like, but Fox is definitely a super popular character in Smash Brothers. People use him all the time, more than they even freaking play his games. You know, so it's like,
for sure
that is true.
That's like the strength of Smash Brothers. Like it it keeps like dormant Nintendo IP relevant in the minds of gamers. Like Earthbound, Captain Falcon from F-Zero are like Smash characters. You know, more than like characters from their own respective series. So I think it's great marketing for him being in the Mario movie too. So
Johnny says Nate the Snape.
Sean is not happy with that though.
Yeah, Sean was not.
Council says support for friends. Keep me informed on a Saturday night.
I got my 3DS.
Why the fuck have you played Star Fox 64 3D? What are you doing?
Do I have it? No, it's turned off. Yeah.
There it is. Look at that.
Star Fox 64 3D immediately.
Is it like one of the best N64 games in your opinion? Like, would you actually?
You can play the
Star Fox
enhanced,
64.
You can play the enhanced version on that 3DS.
Star Fox 64 is awesome. After Star Fox 64, that's when things started getting a little sketchy. But
that's because Miyamoto bogarted fucking Star Fox Adventures from fucking Rare. Ooh, I like this game.
Well, I'm not talking. Even like Star Fox Assault it's good, but I don't know, but maybe with the art, there's something that lost its edge after Star Fox 64. I can't put my finger on it. I'm not sure what. It's a good game though. It's not bad.
Mecha Omar says, I think I've said it here before, but Shadow of the Colossus style Zelda boss fights would be a dope way to make an Ocarina of Time remake feel new and different. Shadow of the Colossus style Zelda fights.
Okay, Star Fox Adventures is good, but it's I love the game, but Miyamoto stole it. It was Dinosaur Planet. It had its own lore. It had its own characters. And Miyamoto was like, oh, I want this. And like Rare was like the Rare employees that were working on Dinosaur Planet were not happy because they had created this world, these characters that had voices and plot lines, and then they had to retrofit Star Fox shit into it.
Yeah, I would have been pissed too, to be honest.
Okay. Let's see. This is Space who says, I'm a bit of a younger gamer in my early 20s, so the remakes for me are exciting.
Yep.
Yeah. By one BBL says, I would also like to see dormant franchise revived. Golden Sun, true 3D RPG, or heck, make Kid Icarus like God of War.
That's another Smash Brother character, Kid Icarus.
Yeah. They're not. Pit, his name is Pit, but like they're not.
God's dying.
I'm sorry. But they're not gonna spend that type of money. We messed it up. I'll just say this for Kid Icarus fans. You can blame the 30 and 40-year-olds. We messed it up. They made a great game. People didn't buy it like that. So just it is what it is.
It's like a Japan studio situation. Like everyone loves it, but no one bought it.
Yeah. It's just Kid Icarus has never been a big selling franchise, but you know, it's just
because the first game sucks.
Sakurai made a great game, and people just They didn't buy it like that. I don't know.
Because it gave you carpal tunnel. So they included a goddamn stand with the game because it was like, fuck,
agree,
these
but
controls are something else. It was like the original Crimson Desert. It was
it
like,
still should have sold. The controls were bad. It still should have sold though. It should have sold better than what it did.
They did sell you that stand. That's right.
Well, it
came with the
the game.
stand.
It came with it. It just
Like a
came
thing.
packaged in there, and with AR cards too. It came with AR cards.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Mo Beast Gaming says, been watching the channel and podcast for 8 years. Thanks for always creating solid gaming content. RGT is the world's best Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo YouTuber.
Thank you.
He's like a Moon Knight, depending on the day. That's his personality.
Yeah. Watchtower says, Square Enix needs to get cracking on that Final Fantasy VI remake so it can be done by the time I retire. Tanner says Star Fox Assault was the pinnacle of the series. Nintendo should do a remake ASAP. Maybe they could just put it on GameCube at us now. Let's do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad game, but...
Clayton Moore says, where does the panel come down on buying physical? I like to get the game if it's on the disc or on the cartridge. Otherwise, if it's like some weird Indiana Jones on PS5 situation or like game key card thing, I'm like,
The problem
I'm
with
mostly
digital.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Sean.
if Amazon still had like game release delivery and stuff, because a lot of the games that I'm buying, I need, or I shouldn't say I need, but I want them as quickly as possible so I could jump into them, so I can make content
Do a
on
video.
it. So sometimes I'll go back and buy physical stuff, like Terminator 2. I fucking loved that game. And I went and then I bought the collector's edition because I was like, hey, you deserve my money. This game's fucking awesome. So it's kind of like that. It's more of a, or if it's a game that I'm like, I don't care about making content on it, like timely content on it, then yeah, I'll pick it up physically. But
Here's my question. How about this one? Okay. So a game like, so we don't get many midnight releases. GTA 6, I want it physically. Is anyone else getting it physically? And if so, is anyone going to midnight release for it?
no and no.
Don't
Really?
go
Gotta get it
midnight
digitally,
release
man.
for GTA. That's like just asking to get your ass robbed or kicked or shot or something like that.
John
I'm
lives
sorry,
in a
man.
gated community though, so he'll probably be all right.
GTA 5's midnight release was fine. Didn't you go to that?
Me?
Anyone?
Jack, how
Did anyone
long
go to
ago
GTA
was
5's?
that?
You don't
World's
remember,
so
like, dude, that was
different.
that was like one of I remember Halo 3's midnight release. I remember Halo 2's midnight release.
Yeah,
I remember-
it's a little different nowadays.
I remember GTA 5's midnight release. I remember Call of Duty 4's midnight release. Modern Warfare 2's. You don't remember any of these midnight releases? Pokemon
Why would you go to that anyways? The game's not going to be on the fucking disc.
for
How big's that
GTA.
game
well,
gonna
that's
be?
that's the thing we got to find out.
At least
how it's
200
gonna be.
gigs.
That game
That
is
is
not going to
true.
be on a fucking Blu-ray, Jonathan.
We have to see. No, what? Here's the thing though. Okay, how big was Red Dead Redemption 2?
Mm.
What did they do?
They
They
got
put it on two, right?
They put it on two
yeah.
discs.
Yeah.
They ain't doing that. Not this economy.
I kind of feel like they'd put it on 2 Blu-rays if they had to.
Yeah, they put.
They've already shown they
They're gonna
would.
charge you twice the price, $120 for this game. Then.
I
Oh,
think
they charge whatever they want for that
I
game.
think
Let's be
I think
real.
they said that it's going to be between 70 and 80, like investors meeting or something. If I'm not
They
correct.
also said that the game was coming out last year at an investors meeting. So
Well,
That's
you know,
true.
you know,
But yeah, they can charge whatever they want, to be honest. Like,
yeah, they're
for the
gonna
most
make a lot of
part.
money on that game.
Yeah.
And then Beige says, I enjoyed Starlink. Thoughts? I liked Starlink. I didn't like the Toys to Life stuff with it.
Starlink on the Switch, yes. Starlink on anything else, no.
Well, because they had the Star Fox crossover. That carried the game.
Yet again, shoved into another game.
That kind of was.
Completely
kinda was.
carried that game because White Bread Cornball as the lead character was not it. That dude sucked ass.
Oh, white bread corn. Oh, okay. My head hurts again. You guys make me-
That dude
Wait.
sucked.
Yo, you guys look up the main character for Starling Battle for
All right,
Atlas.
I
Look it
gotta
up, and you guys
look
will
at
laugh
that.
too. That is hilarious.
Just a picture of a loaf of bread.
We didn't have time to get to
Cornball.
the Xbox preview because of all those stuff that went off the rails. But we'll shout out
Nobody cares about the Xbox. Ain't nobody talking about
Whoa.
that damn
the
Xbox
Eternal
preview.
Life. The Eternal Life of Goldman. That the demo's out now.
Oh
People
my
can check
God,
it out.
bro. Ain't nobody
Watch it.
care about that Xbox preview.
You know,
You
I
know what
put
I
out a
want
poll,
from
and
Xbox?
most people said they didn't know there was an Xbox preview.
Where the fuck is my car list for Forza Horizon 6 that you said there's over 550 cars available on day one, yet the website has like 60 on there? Car list immediately.
You'll get it next month, April.
Well,
along with Star
hurry it
Fox.
up.
Okay, that's fine. I think that's everything. Yeah, let's go around here as we finish up. Let's go to Couch GT. Where can everyone find you?
Find me on RGT85. Go watch the Marvel video from today. I uploaded a lot of videos today. I figured out the secret to my sleeping problems. I just drink NyQuil. Like, I'm not sick.
You just drink
but-
NyQuil?
Yeah,
Just drink NyQuil just straight out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Enjoy sleepwalking in half a year,
Shotgun
man.
that
It'll be
shit,
great.
Just keep
You
drinking
know.
until you fall asleep.
Yeah, but it works. Cause like, bro, the other night it wasn't last night, it was the night before. Like, I had a bunch of shit to do. And I had to go get emissions done. I was going to my grandma's for lunch. I was going to run some errands. I could not I tried to sleep in my bed, couldn't sleep. Came on the couch, couldn't sleep. Came on the couch in the Nick's room, couldn't sleep. Went into the guest bedroom, couldn't sleep. It was 7 a.m. and I'm still awake, and I have to start my day at like 10 to do all my errands and shit. So I was like, I gotta figure something out. I also bought fuck melatonin. Melatonin doesn't fucking work. I bought those Feels gummies. I don't know if you've seen them. They can't say what's in them because I think they're just like weed gummies. But I'm gonna try that.
Probably,
like,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got those coming in, so I'm gonna try those out and see if those.
You gotta find a
help,
local place for those gummies because those will probably have way more in it. And just knock you
Yeah,
straight
but
out.
see, like I don't know. I had a really bad high once because I smoked shit laced with PCP without knowing it, and it fucked me up.
But a
for,
store
like-
is not going to be like, all right, man, get these. They're laced with PCP.
Yeah, but like it's just kind of like fucking with weed. Ever since then has always been very, very like sketchy to me. Like I don't like to smoke unless I'm like pissed drunk, and then I'll smoke. But I don't drink that often, so. But yeah, find me on RGT85.
Jenner says, cheers, Spawncast crew. What's one of your favorite handheld emulation devices? I picked up a Retroid Pocket Flip 2 for about $250. OLED screen runs most of the retro games I want pretty well. I would say probably the Ein Thor, the 3DS.
It's like the DS
system.
one, right?
It's very, very nice. Yes, it is now they did an update. Well, not them, but another emulator, 3DS emulator did an update. So there's no stuttering or anything, and it plays them perfectly, 4x resolution, the whole thing. So I recommend that one. A little expensive now because they did another price increase, but it's, what can you do nowadays, Radic, where can everyone find you, sir?
I'm at Real Radic on every social media platform, mainly Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. I'm on Instagram as well. Don't really use it there. Need to fix that. But yeah, at Real Radic. Thank you guys all for the support. More videos coming on the way for my YouTube channel, so look forward to that. And yeah, great show tonight.
And what about OJ?
Yeah, you can find me right here on YouTube, Player Essence. I pretty much stream daily for the most part. We talk about all sorts of stupid stuff, RPGs, Nintendo stuff, and all that. Got a bunch of videos that I've done this week, and I'll have more videos talking about all the latest rumors and stuff. But yeah, I talk about Star Fox and Legend of Zelda and other stuff. So if you're into RPGs and Nintendo stuff, check out the channel. We're also giving away Switch 2 as well, getting closer and closer to our goal there. So check it out, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I appreciate John and everybody here having me on. I really appreciate that. It was a lot of fun tonight.
Stuff. And then what about Evan?
You can find me on socials, YouTube, Twitch at Kimmerix Project. Sometimes we stream, sometimes we hang out. It's pretty chill. Let's see what I can do about videos, though. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Went a little longer tonight, but we appreciate you guys sticking around, and, of course, appreciate all the support through Super Chats and just kind of hanging out, liking the video, all this. So shout out to everyone there. We'll be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time.